wọ́n tẹ́lẹ̀ fọ̀fọ́. Polo ni wọ́n tẹ́lẹ̀ yànyàn. Káyé gbogbo yé.
Bomodi near Transi, na numeracy, the Juma DK Seneba, Eba Remedema live on Fakye TV. So, you know, get Marco Cisse no number at the Apai Munafia PJ Muna de Akibia, Atua so kama pedia Martino. What joining you may away share is answer Koma ye Babidino, ano Eddie Papa, not the ultimate Yahoo teams in Wachia, a progressive room at the quarter final stage. And ever now be Jafono, Eddie Hong Komona Bois, Nanyama de Day Kama Pa, Etimi Eddie Amamo, and no switching on Yaberna and Semba Kumuribia, Efika Fasu and Remetimi Eddie Amane, Yawuda, Ede Jeberko Amanona Gani and Mantia. Esia kan ewa amanone no ye ne ba community din komo na bibema ya ye bre na escapte ne de macrobia commencer asante korokwa no budjuma erema Ethiopia coffee AC ne bi ne download Ibrahim na ya hwesere niema esieko na ya bwana bibia da yera matu adwenche na namba ebetimi aba in a form of text message SMS once na meka ebetimi aba wo WhatsApp 020754 3637 020-754-3637 na chese room na boa na tutuyana ko yipa etimiera mami diri abu diaby lutaken wo diabeko amanone enu echi abi Muhammad wa Ricardo Vaz and Afi the maestro yem producers ni Gilbert and away Benasa or ye executive no you know the one che wan see ah na chese baby guest na abi juma head up postiga and Afi no Benedicta sai ene ne junior DB mo owo mo bu ejuma na Rich Suja camera nature or 10 and kama pa etimi ya ma etia na ho bra ye koba ya prestero ye be roma mama na afia mama ne nsem no etimi ahyase amamo
Pole no wa tele nyonyo kaye wo moye ye
many afa ye bana ya ba be kwa mama na momo adwenche no emba in a form of text message ara simple obetimi abomode na watimi edi aba ɛwɔ yɛn WhatsApp line also na ya kenkan timera me izanze no Madrid for nya qualification no na the quarter final game a yɛhwɛ no mu sɛ next month beto dwa no kɔfa chance didi nkomo izanze fixture back a almost there say 20 years nie enya de sɛ yɛnya etimi abo ti ano edempa ti 020754 3637 0207543637 no betimi a short video bi na odi run bi akwera ma ken se ne ma bokɔ de
kwakunyame adom na so e
o me so no wade bi aso hye yi
nyame adom na no penalty na referee edisala we no eno na say still didn't say bebreba Atletico Madrid club no atiki step bi so na UEFA official statement Ediaba, you don't see that.
Mami jamu forma wo na umreni na ne no ni mesa na rura mu kakra ma me. Okoba na afema to aso. Why?
Right, a bonus so now we na you be breaking it down. Now you're touching it down. Now you're knocking it down. Now you're mu yom power mo ni semo. Na mami ngrom wa bibrema and no pemo kaira. Na daje ni poso and no na ngrom extraordinary general assembly. Our CAF so etimi toga ema omusari elected CAF president Dr. Patrice Motsepe for another 4 years and the second term and we omusa toye eji enkrofo the CAF executive committee no na him for na represent CAF FIFA council ni nyinati mitulga na opani baako de aseda ma wiase owama Algeria omo football federation president opani no was on the senikaja eni aseda na order obi biase Walid Saadi na Walid Saadi aseda order no ni nyane so Algeria for omo se Morocco for ni pabane for papa adea na Algeria omo football federation president opanyina ye feno chese opa adwuma na se Fonzi Lake ye campaign ita Algeria football president no esan kobe nusu se onkogram wo CAF executive committee akonya no so na edura bi na so panyi ba ko Senegal wo Senegal football federation president no opanyina na timi advocate say obe president di ama anaso be campaign di ama Algeria football federation president no amaloma kama na Morocco 40 Senegal football federation president opanyina fe Augustin Senghor ya campaign jama Algeria football president no asena omodwa ni nyane so groma enkumdia badama Algeria das Samuel Eto'o eso babonta bedas was order Fekafort empanyimfo ase omadaroma and no so room for the first time our CAF executive committee no on so kwakwa adwuma ama bia so atma kama na roma me fantu anem ese opanyina ye fan Mark Bryce on the Cameroon national team boss no opanyina tma name no squad na the squad no the buy no ensem pineba na ba wo name no squad and you say what say Samuel Eto'o Fekafort president no when you akonya ko CAF executive committee no so na what for congratulate no was say ono no diana onye say wa maso be ka bibia na mum dobeka ase ono kra no ya je so bian fa congratulate no so what the Cameroon qualify for AFCON obi fan man congratulations ana no be first Samuel Eto'o aso congratulate no and you some opinion no e dia tutwa ye checha mo aso adama na en watch the squad no buy no na player bako pra ye fa the Zambo Anguissa na wa fe no e be so opinion na plan wo pra adan was say man call up as Zambo Anguissa one Mark Bryce as fan to plan so by the foot e bako na ka no jide ma pa second game e yo me fa the Cameroon babono obetwa ye fita obebo bi adamomo na bi bia so etwa ye fan fine eno edeba ye checha mo aso edi amam awotwadi no so na mami break way down ese konkaka Nations League finals no ebetutwa was Sophie Stadium Los Angeles or ebetutwa no msa stadium no and there was two semi-finals no back to back semi-final 1 and semi-final 2 we another final game no asa tutwa Sophie Stadium Los Angeles and no ededawa ye checha mo breaking it down now you're touching it down now you're knocking it down ye checha mo jama my was Senegal almost squad that to for the double header domanem nina so the World Cup qualifiers many Sudan Benghazi on say Sudan political unrest entomu saka wa enye ye enti game no aja so mo bebo eso ewo oman ye friend Libya Benghazi stadium ho ama bibia so atima ye fine eno chino omo second game omo ebe bono Togo eno eje dawa omo bono Togo no na Senegal bebo mfiam be camera boy bakwa na omo ye friend Spain person komo naturalize no body ma womo se Senegal etimia nem no omo squad no eno aya bantia owura mu Senegal ne din ade Asani Diawo omo atimi anemu no akomo squad no ma bibia eso aye kama eno ediaba ye breaking it down na ya touching it down na ya knocking it down na ya jeja mu yompo eso adiama na enan awiai mame emfanto am so ko Germany omo so squad na nya toka Julian Nagelsmann at the squad on the ball against Italy UEFA Nations League quarterfinals no home and away one omo ebeshia na squad ma there's a notable names number goalkeeper Oliver Bowman, Alexander Noble, Stefan Ortega, Sasua Wafred Joshua Kemet, Ruben Court, Sasua David Roma, Wafred Antonio Rudiger, Nico Scotterbeck, Jonathan Tah, Sasua Karim Adeyemi, Sasua Abante Robert Andre, Leon Goretzka, Pascal Gross, Sasua Jamal Musiala, Roy Sane, Sasua Jonathan Badgard, Sasua Bantia, Yevani Dennis Ondef, Omina Plaza, Omina Air Quala Pombo Juma, I'm a bear coming to Italy. Ebisa said a bay and Luciano Spalletti and the Italy squad member for game on ball against Omaya. You're friend Germany. There was a China every Friday. And we are and Omaya friend Italy. I'm coach now. Ebe name on the squad. I'm a beer sweat MON-FRI. They made the first game. Ebe Tuka and was San Siro 20th March and we are 7:45 and Italy Germany and your quarterfinals first leg. Oh, UEFA Nations League. Ebe Tuka and watching the return leg, you know. Ebe Tuka Dortmund Signal Duna Park and no March 23 and a second Basso and we are German Thomas Tuchel who so me and Fred England or national team boss no you be so pain no so pain dabei and our squad no name Thomas Tuchel said me power bro China and we are Friday what in the squad every tomorrow I'm a player kama and no any answer bunter you been the titration boy Marcus Rashford or our Aston Villa now a lone player from Manchester United yete SABia or Panyama Thomas Tuchel petma feno ebi so ko Villa ne performance no or deserve collab and a promotion about in simple abatuga was it a bit too early too early as a omupa fra brantera ye fan Rashford na promise yente in seminar
proves it's joining Villa. He left United in the hope to play regular football and hope to play for England once again.
Yeah, maybe this one might be a bit too soon. I think this may be a bit too soon. You've got to remember it wasn't too long ago that he wasn't getting the game anywhere and the manager said that he'd rather play a 73-year-old goalkeeper in front of him, which is a bit disrespectful in my opinion. So I think this one might be a little bit too quick. I think the manager might go, you know what, let's wait till the next squad. And if he carries his form on and
and no promising and Kasa the fat Marcus Rashford the titration boy or Kasa Edifan Hall now Mami France did the Shams and in a squad no and about the Tuka na squad no had just Uramo PSG or boys no me rotun data or boys na or Bergmano or Timafrobia na so Lucas Chevalier Wafreno Mike Mignon Wafrena Bruce Samba or Munyan goalkeepers or many callers or defenders your Jonathan Claus Lucas Den your Theo Hernandez Ibrahim Konate Jules Kunte Benjamin Pavard Sasha William Saliba Dayo Premicano or me defenders or mo any collab or comment for that Eduardo Camavinga Mathieu Gondoze Manu Kone Sasha Adrian Rabiot your Chouamine Warren Zaire Emery Oko attackers your Belly Bakola Osman Dembele Desiree Doe, Randall Colomwane, Kylian Mbappe, Michael Olisen, and Marcus Thuram. France was squad the papa. Now me patron, I'm breaking it down. I said after you have Olivier Giroud, retire now. Say so Koroma. I just said France, some of the team supporters now, any players now, every play tribute. And Olivier Giroud before the game against Croatia. I will start defense. Nina so retire. Now obe pemo go pamano so on pamano ovation. On pamano so much channel for a Juma 1 year Jamomo. Say highest top scorer. And more France, some national team now, and easy. And Tichombe pay tribute Jamano. On San Antoine Griezmann on also retired. Now report I'm to Ochina 1 year available. And to honestly tribute now, I'm going to acquire another time. And we to pay tribute. As for a Jamano, and we the free Antoine Griezmann. As for a Pamo France, and upon me breaking story with them. After Lille and the Dortmund game now, Lille president of Pedro, you have an Olivia Rotan about one table to as I am found to my name, as a about what is a referee or Papa Jackman or was Swiss German affiliation or Tanon Senomu and no first of Banaway, Nessa referee, one and Dortmund plays the German Casa and Quanano Moka, Nessa Dead Casano, and the name to him or say San Senator Turcano and no PM or Swig Zalanda, me Patoma Fast and Matabrini Satabrimwa as a opinion almost say any official complaint at the channel and some kind of monsters also and no Ediapa, you're breaking it down. Not Marquis was report said this particular weekend, low Classica, Ebetuka, and you Olympic Marseille, and PSG, them said the Brazilian defender O'Brien against Liverpool, and to the mete, I said you go under test or test. Now after medical test, and almost as so be a fit and as one your fit, and your Marquis was the floor bar, me chum Adamao, my main touch way down, a solo Atletico Madrid, a whole and a summer Pupopa, na Pupopa dia, the 10 year, Nina said the International Union of Atletico de Madrid Supporters Club, as you almost challenge Atletico de Madrid, or match, or ever challenge, Nina some the images, me, Aquacoma UEFA, say you from paying for Elstadi, now Bono Julian Alvarez, and yeah, double touch, the 9 left, a ball and a right, and a back kick, Bono finally, and yeah, there's so much challenge, and she supported my Atletico Madrid, I take a case on, and no airport, I mean, Jamo, now Julian Alvarez, I catch him from Beno, and say, on Phyllis or touch a ball twice, so no, the now Ponku the cat touch a ball, and send the final, as well as touch a ball, was it there, almost there are no clear images, I refer, not just an expert, across almost doubted, as a bono, the night Ponku the cat touch a ball, and no Edamete, as a so called Atletico Madrid, or more analyze the situation, or more decided, some go to UEFA for explanation. Midnight the Atletico Madrid, or more so not me patron, mommy translation, mommy upon Atletico Madrid place, or money Julian Alvarez after the penalty kick, or Mudim commander Dabson, not me patron, Julian Alvarez. I said, did you touch the ball? Or say, I don't know, maybe it happened. It's possible. And you have pen common across, or more mouth readers, and a lip readers, or more chance per conversation, Nessa players in Pusano. As I would touch a ball, and was say, I don't know, maybe it happened. It's possible. Now, and watching our branch, anything that's a baby, not a person or Bono, on a boy, the now Bonkuman Sasha, not your visa, the nine so answer, and no after the incident, and whatever to that. Now, compare to a Biasida, I'm a let's come out for some winning as well. Yes, in the year 2015, Urama women's under 19, Euro qualifiers, not only a friend in Norway, any England, a money book game, near some boy at 96 minutes, and England, and your penalty by, and my referee disallows our penalty go no, and it's England, now England FNO appeal to the UEFA, and my UEFA for the next 5 days, UEFA for return here aka second on me bon to from the 96th minute na penalty no samo e ma referee by them o jamo England under 19 man any no way there no omo replace referee for e be gina mo Atletico Madrid for said nsuo e ya nchen na wiayem kutobia e ye nti UEFA we do omo samo ma game no omo nsa me bon for e penalty shootout e was so musaba to so na bia kama na me patro dia mete and say club for Atletico Madrid study a possible means omo person ko UEFA na so ko be bia kama no ko roma me patron sempi ba me ya adwuma dama UEFA the official statement aso diaba concern sansen no omo so ni FIFA any IFAB be kabum no man review sa me patron decision no say e bossa say obi e kobo penalty na se ne na no enye intention and I say intentional na ne na no kwakeke na se ball no sha e wo se omuma go ni gina eni kwa so mu disallow no na patron Roma UEFA per statement omo jeba no omo say the last paragraph read on was it although minimal the player made contact with the ball using a standing foot before kicking it as shown in the attached video clip under the current rule loss of the game law 14.1 the VAR to call the referee signaling say a ball no the nine Eddie Carbon to on disallow goal no and no UEFA official statement omodi abam na mami fantasy VAR team no almost prepare so betima against Real Madrid say be betima kama na training no every so ko Gerard Moreno and then training na me patron Roma VAR president me panyin we ni papa was in Atletico Madrid Real Madrid game no also La Liga weekend way and VAR and Real Madrid na bomb was in no person game ko extra time after extra time can not say person almost another minute asaka ho and so panyin Fernando Roy we are president VAR a day and I will kasa was it or person Madrid team ne bre celebrate am game against VAR no on papa no ma press tam na VAR forces e de go am so and you some president no e de tuka ye jana Real Madrid team no and ya mo resting and am rest am anya training ni na no sa banta back so ye very Ferron Mendy on say no prayer yes say ni prayer no ya just very serious je me tempen focus so am Ferron Mendy e ni prayer no and no report ba me jana Real Madrid this particular season omo ba juma papa so far Roma omo ewo eba La Liga omo the second position Roma UEFA Champions League Madrid quarter finals and watchi Copa del Rey omo semi finals omo runner up ewo upema Super Copa Sasso Roma FIFA Intercontinental Cup Madrid winners omo je and Roma so club World Cup omo group stage and Roma UEFA Super Cup omo winner nessa be NDB at my Real Madrid team now and we are Debam now Real Madrid VAR the center referee Jesus Gil Manzano and I'm pointing the Jumano I'm on so come game no Saturday be Branya Kama Abagulemo Quadro Fernandez as one in charge of the VAR and what you pay Nessa Prevan Burgos Bongozia or no and as in charge of Barcelona almost game on Atletico Madrid na Iglesias Villanova as in charge of the VAR and no Adeba na me patch up to supercomputer while predicting 18 more the quarter finals now or be chances or as well we need the Champions League Roma Barcelona and the clear favorite super opta computer no and 20.4% and opta supercomputer the winner prediction say and watch PSG 19.3% South Arsenal and 16.8% Arsenal chance as well we need a than Real Madrid Roma Inter as well our 16.4 Real Madrid 13.6 Bamu 9.7 and Aston Villa 2.8 Dortmund 1% chance so bet my winning Champions League and no Adeba na Joshua Kimmich and I'm the two as officially na announcement Ebeto Gardner ampa owoso adoto na nanom ye din 7 get bam and official bamunchem timid in the contract announcement abanu na daso na sabai ni video am dey confirm the announcement me pa twenie
mal Stürme aushalten. Mit diesem Verein verwurzelt sein. Und man muss wollen, dass etwas bleibt. Und genau deswegen bleibe ich hier.
Joshua Kimmich, so far we see 2029. Wadikaji 8 Bundesliga titles. Wadi Champions League Bako. Say for the last 10 years, what Alliance and what Bergman, Abe Biaya Kama. Now so far, Urama in all competitions. Wabo 429 matches. Washa 43 goals. And so far 114 assists. And a Joshua Kimmich. That's what my now the contract was standing on. Urama report. I made say Sikano Bejanum. And the same wages now. And no more demand. I feel already 20 million euros. And on the Joshua Kimmich. And no reporter. And Bami Jajamo. And so Adama. No the Tuka. And so Bamunchina. The best environment. Obet we achieving the sporting goals. Until we're standing here. One for Sobeko Babia. Now Urama Padina friend Stefano Pioli. Reporter Mete. As a potential candidate. Obet we replace Thiago Motta. And what Juventus Bobo Econom. Yasura Saudi Arabia. Release clause no. On Betma Kwaku Triadinaba. I'm a beer sweat my fine. Now Thursday. Ayene. Mamfan to him say. Sebaso Mupamo Padina. Your fellow Thiago Motta. Reporter Mete. And say likely. As such as Roberto Mancini. As so between the number. No the boy Juma Esu Ejama Woma. And no airport. I Woma. Asha Sena Talanta coach. You're very game Pero Gasparini. Edin Como. As some person very place Claudio Ranieri. Say season in Paravia. I just so much discussion. I say and Subuswa. Tokradima. Now Esimlan Penny Force Kawoka. Or Baron or Boy Juma Maniaje. Now so for an impact for dressing room no. And was said no concession with Tammy. A John person was standing for another year. Now I'm the option to buy for 5 million euros. As we show Makawoka and no idea by me Jamo. Now Roma or Pine Ruben Amorim and Manchester United and Real Sociedad. You said impact and say was a good mentality, positive one. Na character no a different one and a gamer almost able to make and you some Ruben Amorim. Edia Tuka, Nemuachi was say the team so far 9 games so unbeaten this particular season. Europe now it was also for the first time Europe undefeated since 2011 Chesampa 2011 Mukodu Fana Champions League game to said Biabe Kama and no reporter Bami Jam Raheem Sterling against Madrid first leg on Team Mobile Emirates Ninan say Emra or the yellow card or Arsenal PSV or the yellow card Raheem Sterling and ya just say obey available now some players way game against Arsenal and that's a game against Real Madrid players way Dobedi yellow card piano second leg on Team Mobile Rudiger Madrid Camavinga and Hendrick over Arsenal Declan Rice Gabriel Martinelli Julian Timber or Monosono some yellow card were Emeta or Team Mobile Dennis Ceballos and after Omuwinitia Atletico Madrid and what the two guys say see you in the quarter finals. There's a Dennis Ceballos no then they also Obama Real Madrid Obama Arsenal Martin Odegaard Obama Real Madrid Obama Arsenal Omunabase Shama Biaye Kama na Roman Fantu name as a Van Dijk team and friend Ahila as so omo person mo sign on na Obama the salary of 20 million euros a year and a Van Dijk omo person round June na the contractor to a Liverpool no na sabana we here they make to be free agent to money abre a person mo de ko na Liverpool na omo players and supporters no a challenge me for sika we be winning a 10,000 pounds and an so nana a very encouraging very motivating now there's a players no more supporters na sprint to mika no more bototes no more here na be so kama no more sala say the consensus no and ya crowding na some for ready say omo person contract no mo demand no omo man offer na mo meeting expectations sika open no and ya so man ready so mo the ema no and no e mo sala the for ever ya the ema so e wo e adwuma de so na mpacho Kylian Mbappe obra friend did the chance as a captain band no ono a na obesia ball oko break of some man be oko Madrid na the form no onya enti ono na be wo captain ban ama bibia eso aye kama eno eje dawa ye checha mu eso eje ma ebren ko na mum UEFA player of the week ekoye edima eye PSG goalkeeper ye fere Gianluigi Donnarumma ono ena omoto abama na omako asenso eda second and weekend at 10 ena emichan eda fourth eno eje dawa ya de mam ye din samisi no me pacho sa unim se ba bia traitors ho falasi fo no ho Arsenal PSV bo na eye team e friend Ajax Amsterdam supporter ababe jrade away fans no almost stand so no akoyi Ajax omo e flag ena odi e provoke etima e PSV omo supporters no eno agency ya de mam ye nyina so na for ni chemo bus digital satellite na bus digital satellite aso ya na mi we say the code apart here uwa mo na so ya wonsa ebeka je upebi quality one on a Champions League no obehwe ama wani etima so Europa League wo Conference League obese ahwa ma bibia aso atimi aye kama na bus digital satellite wase nkanche o say no kwani nyame animie se oba na so ya package no aye ho a package no ne bon airfo o penny per 6 decoders na se aba bedu nu a enti o penny per 6 oba mu decoders a package ni down a package na fo live matches bia league matches bia such European cup competitions no upenya ni na hwa package ni bon wo form eno achi no se decoder no tu akoto ba oba fa ni bebre atufobo akoto nyamfa so bus digital satellite wase nkancho so door to door services no wo efie na udecoder no anya problem wo this no anya problem LMB remote pra ira ofen obebro bi so be service ma wa oba be service ni kama ama bia so aye fine eno achi no so wo Abreport junction kumase ya udu Abreport junction a men faka ona ntaba na obe 2 minutes o tra baby atrotro na logo adankwa mi asofu a Abreport bo shine ejina o tra ko ma junction bi the right hand side ye fe no Kotoko junction e bi fe ni ship mu on wo o fe no 0556 287757 or bedo so no be bon komo 0556 287757 or bedo so na bi bia ye kama kwaku abanta foreign vets arehosema ba say so the crutches ena enante on say uprai ama the return encounter against Bamunchin when tibi amobi say all the crutches ena enante football ne duba bia ya de eya esu no hwa oni gina ho no abante ni pra no so betina ncha kakra
Ate, you wish all the best over bana. Wababa beto asona bwana ne makoye pe timera maba no fear Leverkusen. Ti Fran Vets no another fine player Juma Obono ya dia no dia said I can say quite for Maluta still watching Chenemeje in a form of SMS and WhatsApp line making kind dia 020754 3702074 337 and channel about Facebook na mabomodi abekin kind of ho edia ma o search Fakye TV on Sato so ja comment on YouTube na abekin kan comment ni also Fakye TV we ma na subscribe de kama pa na bo na bibia etimi adida na ma muzupi onjo dia na kokoje oye bema na na oye oba anampo no oye abrewa na kokra eye etimi ade ma na mante no se na te ojunso emu ache ojunso wa diri mu hihye we mu yoya ojunso moja edichi afense wanso bi agu ade na wa na senso man bi efimu ba enanso ama ntohe no ma na ewu no ya na yoya adechi ade san hono na hono mepacho eya muzupi ene baba be so na ma so no wanya afa ahudie na na makoyera ma ya na mo ton ya na nya ho adu Droba kwa abanko fedu adanse no eya muzu pia unya bi na boy papa na makoye pa etimiera mamayo no makasa ahofe no enkwa waye subanko na boma imfi ono so no uye ho yie pa eboa ewie bibia ema bibia wie pa ya entoto ya deda yeso no etimi ede ema kama pa na munkomo no eyeseri sietie oye oba asesenti bi ewa imfio ewo ho ana chese ho no yo hene wadua ama na yekro owo na nsu fita bi fiwo eba eya muzu pi heba Mr. Rebe na buana etimi aso ano no agya na so na ne makoye pa etimi ara mane mema hia mudie no odi na kwa ABC basa mepacho ebi se yesa ejuma oya ewo si yesi ba mo no gye mu ye pa etetebe enti ekoko ese ye oya pe no se how kakra e ho no na how no ye besa no am na muzu pi heba Mr. na ehwa aso ano etimi ara ma ye ma no mo ne papa ma ya mukodwa honam me one honam ya no ebeboa mo ye sisie no adwuma no na ye we chika se no adwuma heba ne pharmacy shop bia no yenkonkoje amuzu p heba mixture ne ebeboa ma ne ma kuyere amado no opedodo na atuafo ani chemu ewa amuzu heba clinic orwa ne achema otafu nhyiaye so amuzu junction no unya dodo na fredok na ka hawo na obeboa na waso ano etimiera ma 0247 776743 0247776743 na 0241 988884 0241988884 no bwa na ne man ko yeso emfa ma huhuma sem de me no yeni ani ye nan ye de ni emiru pe ni yakọ akwa ko huhuma sem ti wo se be obo modern na huhumu no o hye ne amamu kina wa we ya ne de kuntem na ye baba be se wa brabo emane nyansa ne odifo Samuel spiritual center tunsa afro zebra na ba be wo mo so ye ne be boa na ha bi awona dia no yetimi aso ano de ama se na e kama emene ho obi bo mo de show bo ne adechi a odi bo hye no so eniguase no adechi ade se ba na eba ya ye kwankro odi echichi hospital ahodo na enya de se fere ma court nsense mu di bempa ba de ebu edigu so era afi so no anadwo a wada no nze ya na obi baba be pemo no ba na be men nam so ama wawaye no ebu edina chese huhu no obi no wakọ apam eno na simple credit ma odi for some oberhe na waboa na waso ano kama pere ama konto mu nsensem ena afi awaye na wapapa unya bi eno etu adwuma sem no aye basa ena nso wawaye wakọ hospital a check ezi bibia de baro peba unya na chese no nso no eye nsensem e bibi na hyechi ni nyina odi for Samuel special center be na waboa na waso ano etimiere ama opena odo wani hia odo wani chemo manhia na chese ayemboboa no odo wani achemu ewo Ajaba family house no odi for mo modern etransi joba bia ekokowura mu memenda na no pa ne nunsia 6 o'clock e medura mu anwumre no miensa na ise 3 pm no obehe no no wedi nkomo atoto wa no akyere wo de wo ye bebedu akọ odi for ye wanima no wo se hawa wo de na ntu achichi a obetimi afre ne na ma na no edi nkomo no waboa na so ha no ya so ano etimera mazanze huhuma sem de enfin di agro wan hwe ya na e ba be se wo da achi 0246 667 117 0246 667 117 na 0504 588 454 0504 588 454 na odifo edin komo abo amane ma kuyere amancho mantaroma yere wo ye koma pe abia fo na e krado na afidi akidia yere ato aso amamo makwa ba yɛde ba adwumade kɛseɛ no so still yɛra so team a yɛbɔ adwuma team yɛde ma to adwenkyɛ ne ba enkyɛ meba na messages na aba pa ne aba bedi nkomo 020754 3637 0207543637 special bibi aboko there
we are fine I'm adum alhamdulillah
and that's where yauda
yeah
ma minja mu fama we na the next be 30 minutes no 30 ma unze no meko ayama no ne akodi ko se meko ba na ye transfer here nseme e be kanonti famikum kakra yenya ayi bia but them say fixture ba ko e ba nkofo ni jun pa ya Arsenal Real Madrid
yes of course
yenya afi beto so anka 20 years ni hu Arsenal and Real Madrid o mo boda and very very interesting
and see me man nko so man so see Arsenal
Real Madrid and man de no betima di hu nkomo simple but me man de no na edin kakra ma Arsenal
edru wa beka ho
mate yenko yani
and now we are me wasem bia mpese me kade cho video na me no show production before say I want to say this. My favorite quote by Metaka said, take a very good care of yourself. If something happens to you today, the world will move on. You could take a very good care of yourself. If something happens to you today, the world will move on. The street has no memories. Wow. Street na enam so koba no memory bia ni so ye no te ha ye di nkomo sisi ye eni hu wa hesre ye bi tu sisi ye ya those people you call brothers sisters friends 80% means 90% will move and leave you.
Yeah,
so oti ase awo ahode sisi ye di am to we use every energy within yourself to take a very good care of yourself. Wow. If something happens to you, the world will move on. Message na e dey ema ye hu awie no abeni ye ni nkomo. And I was the night of UEFA Champions League. Now, round 16 games 4 and about. But you see, all the 8 teams are on secure qualification echo into the round A for the quarterfinals. Surprisingly, let me report now FIMA Borussia Dortmund echo 2 goals are Lille 18 back. Almost started game it very well. Just under the 5th minute, and Jonathan David. Now, I can't say, see a goal away from becoming the all-time top scorer for Lille team when it comes to European competition. And then he had that goal as but unfortunately after almost first goal in the Lille and the man defense Bruno Ginosu and then quite an keep taps to performance. Now Borussia Dortmund from a goal down ABOU we need side game now. Dortmund last year finalists. This season while Timian qualified from the league phase into the playoff or the ABOU this stage. Now more than one of them in the first leg Signal Eduna Park. We all thought say Ombefimu. But opinion first and Nikoko was actually said when we get to this stage, experience account. Dortmund for naturally say they have the balls, they've been to this competition, this stage before, they know what it takes to qualify. Secure the qualification. The next game, club friends Aston Villa against Club Brugge, 3 unanswered goals. 3 goals now almost the qualifier and any case. But Abrantia or that will screen you see. One any manager, one near manager, you did Unai Emery for Aston Villa. Marco sends you in terms of Champions League, only the Champions League, you didn't come out, you did the found. I'm very happy to say are joining Aston Villa. And the reason is here, only Marcus Rashford a buy and a club. They said, look, baby, they did not trust us. It will be near falling out with your managers. No, but you guys gave us maximum respect, which so GDA away confidence now for the MI. We are repaying you back with the same confidence. Or more Abua Ama club friends, Aston Villa, Akon, and DIABY. We will talk about opinion friends, Unai Emery, Juma or the Aston Villa, Aston Villa, and your club, baby, Mujina Sisi, and Kibedu among Comaka say, yeah, 4 teams are, and I say teams 8 from Madrid Champions League. This stage, I'll say, I do a count, but we could manage a nice Sardina or do a draw at the appropriate time. But the next game, Arsenal, Embra, I told you here, say, where Arsenal might win the game, but and fancy which him say 8 now, question, and 7 now, question. Wait me, Arsenal, ANC, lo and behold, Arsenal drew that game with club FS appears in November. But the most important thing is that Arsenal are booking a ticket when it comes to the 8th stage of the competition. Another game about so the most important game last night was the game at Etoga Wanda Metropolitano, the first English international to score the fastest goal in Champions League. Conor Gallagher and just 27 seconds into the game. Now Unia breaking the deadlock. Kama at the Madrid Atletico. We thought say
party ni be started my party na ye the El Wanda Metropolitano. When you were playing against Real Madrid, now Okoni feel first like just 4 minutes into the game. Now Rodrigo na your first goal, Atletico ever take and Madrid able winning game. Oba feel now also Osha first goal, knowing very well say away goal who encounter of football. I was expecting opening first Diego Simeone El Cholo to open up the game to make sure Oba try and the second goal ever propelling Ednako the next stage of the competition. But he was afraid of the men out front of Club. Your friends at Real Madrid, so they decided say they will sit back, allow Real Madrid to play their normal game. Omunya chance, and then they capitalize on Omu speed and then Niema Omunyimian. I'm not going into tactics. Nemo Niema Kakra, they see game. You bet you the game now 1-0. You go into extra time, still 1-0. Penalties, Real Madrid 4-2 Oma qualify. Now yet production here didn't come. So look at it, this is the league phase. You have league phase in the area, you know. Say and another league table in city. Liverpool and the top here. Surprisingly, among the 8 teams that are qualified first automatically. From the league phase, a move for Aka Barcelona, Aka Arsenal, Aka Inter, and then Aston Villa will place the 8th position. Our the first league format now, your boy, you know. The other 4 clubs are in the shape of Liverpool or non head so then now MON-FRI start truly almost say with all due respect, 7 the most useless top position that will be a football Liverpool. I don't know and say all places first with a modern bar or then Liverpool 18 Atletico Madrid air out, Leverkusen air out, Lille Metropole and air out. There are 4 other clubs are a back door and they buy Borussia Dortmund, Real Madrid, then Munchen and then Paris Saint-Germain. Almost all the 4 teams no one or my qualify air home. And when you look at the 4 teams are free backstage in the air banner. Now the 4 teams are free now clearly a league format in Tinan Kofui or Mutim Ekofa backgrounds or mobile. Say the previous groups now and yet then we'll see Dortmund, we'll see Real Madrid, we'll see Bayern Munchen, we'll see PSG said now come find any way to qualify into the next stage of the competition. So I'm not so surprised to say baby I'm going to find any nation or modify all us to still be part of the competition. Now, we could say that here, Arsenal will game to play against Real Madrid, Paris Saint-Germain or Aston Villa to play. The winners play itself. Barcelona, Dortmund, Bayern Munchen, Inter Milan. Well, we know the grand finale. Now, Obi or share the big game, the Madrid derby in Endram. We could share the my catch was a starting game now 27 seconds per paper and the down screen is on. And I cannot like any other first go Emma Clubber, your friend said Atletico Madrid. After this, when you are playing against the big boys, and I can send you has said, so we are Atletico Madrid supporter. We are Liverpool and now we team behind our 1% Real Madrid every competition now. Pray for club a friend said Atletico say only Madrid in film. When I saw Atletico so was starting game very well and had the first goal. I was telling myself say Simeone a bit maybe man but you could say but important game of this magnitude. Near both game Edru this stage you had 58 minutes on your screen. Baby I could have friend said Raul Asensio agent. Look at the space here. And when I used to aid in common, he made mention of a Juma Diego Simeone. The half space are creating, trying to make sure some overload one space. Madrid for one quarter especially the part of Aquada friends of Felon Mendy and Afi Aquada the identified over their elbow, the laterals. Who can now become on the ball in between? Look at this position. Maybe a little ball at the battery. Then Raul was saying so. For him to track from this position to go and mark and then win this ball for Klaba, your friend said Real Madrid, I realize it. Atletico for another break. Madrid they pushing men out front, but they have the trust with this young boy. They have that trust in Antonio Rudiger. These 2 players will be able to make sure say on the cover or match on at any given opportunity. Atletico try Real Madrid try home. Now you have both game that we do 69 minutes. Madrid and your penalty. Let's equalize. Here game. Vinicius Junior and the Bayer on also Ababe say game or say penalty. The tie is still open for Atletico Madrid. How on earth? 89 minutes. If you want to eliminate Real Madrid, do not take them to extra time. Do not take them to penalties. How on earth? And Abranti and Julian Alvarez, yes, assist with Edema Korea. How on earth? If you want to eliminate Real Madrid, look at this position. There will be a Timo Couture, there will be a Lucas Vazquez, now there will be a Abranti and Raul assist with almost empty net for Korea. Obobowi, SNA. After the game, you still want to qualify. I think Atletico Madrid or Mwankasa issue too. Now, a controversial decision about game no and common ever. May the video be Emma production, sir. Or make me up women not make us a release video now. Alexander Mitrovic, Newcastle United, any club reference Fulham. Mitrovic echo ball penalty exactly. Video na ear share screen this one. Penalty na bini. Wa bobo na boni 9 back. ball na say and as akwa ko say referee say there be on jigo because player na ball no ne nine back no e si from the ball na sign ko kan we na onya Riyad Mahrez there so afaka whilst the conversation is still going on now you need komo e wo ball so ku dey that we den IFAB and the Dawsi law 14 of IFAB for komo you need komo e wo IFAB for say penalty kick when it comes to law 14 among common is a penalty kick is awarded if a player commits a direct free kick offense inside their penalty area or off the field as part of a play as outlined in law 12 and 13. But we are talking about the subject matter here. It's your JC, it's me all the penalty at the movie. Could proceed here fossil at the penalty and you list at the go, but when you know penalty, baby a player or penalty so Oma omutina chiri baby also omusujina goalkeeper position omu frame the line so me nyina and the hu nyaye okweku baby e hu nyaye pa the same law 14 oh IFAB for common kweku ade the kicker must not play the ball again until it has touched another player. The kicker must not play the ball again until it has touched another player. It is a way player na oh penalty IFAB for a penalty na oh bono one na penalty and sasa wo nine na abobo na chini what na another left na can eka ball unless ball na ka another player and tina one who said Leo Messi pass penalty was it Luis Suarez and
Luis Suarez
nebo say yeah who instances are players pass penalty other player.
I remember Arsenal game the Thierry Henry
exactly
was rather Henry na kasa to work we no one say only DIABY only Robert Pires but who kwelo dey na kan ball boy no ball na nko eto chance nka we never ball yes or no are ball dey na kan na referee
dey be say no na kweku enti emra no e clear say ball say wo bona anka obi na wo sign the nine e kan I will say you ruling it out now so what they who redeem run na over down pa baby asem ni hia me pa e wo high see omo kan we nyina wie no part 3 of the IFAB omo law no 14 no summary over summary na asia pa the entire man for say okay so mo say ball no Julian Alvarez e boy e kan nine back enti enye go Madrid for na protest at the enti na ya mo retaking emra no over the summary table na see pa wrong kicker nti the kick na boy any examples na media amount previous 2 videos na ya bo e dia chiro no o boy no o wrong kicker emra ne say obo na ball no e ka wo nine back na e kwosha referee no ade so yi ni indirect free kick and a caution for the wrong kicker. It's the player now or ball penalty or see a indirect free kick eddie man he we are na the caution but kweku ya pon ball penalty shootout ya more indirect free kick ewo so the moment a penalty shootout over bar wodo nine back ebesia ka ball na ebese automatically it means the goal must not stand because in play and during the 90 minutes and we yes na then the referee who can about the indirect free kick in the matter. But in this situation, Entesa, your pawn game the penalty shootout, and you want to indirect free kick out the train. You are quackable. Inti, I will say, Yaji, Sabon, and you go, you a few. Now, Atletico for complaining. If we are say, Ebisu Sebi. Look at a story. Now say, you for forces, you say, incidents now is see Atletico for Eddie and some and Nama Ubia can be said, you cheated Atletico Madrid. No, you for force or Martinasi. No Martinasi, or the letter air FIFA say, henceforth, going forward, also Martinasi, not law 14 session 1. I mean, we're doing commercial. I will say, so I didn't see, sir. I will say, you ruling now you have indirect free kick. In this matter, born a Yapon, say Yaponas will be a side now and run and yet direct and yet explicit. Into the end, say, henceforth, almost say UEFA ever enter discussion with FIFA and IFAB to determine whether the rules should be reviewed in cases where double touch is clearly undetermined. In TDC and Brown, where a situation assembly is undetermined, FIFA and IFAB and UEFA so no going forward to prevent this from happening in the future occurrences. Na dia ne be ye dia famra no. Semra e wo ho na kwan e da ho a amanfo fo ho e de ye ne ba. But look, ye din komo production na many match to any virus cancel. The awareness of Real Madrid team no players no. It's something we a local club, any local place you need to study.
Man need to be to crowd.
Yeah, then na akoda we Kylian Mbappe. Who set touch na Julian Alvarez akwakwene. We are at that screen you see. Baby ana Mbappe ejina. Say or this video now virus can I'm tempted to believe say video na am can all penalty. Who how na Mbappe opposition ho. Now wakoto already ekoswa. These are technically gifted players. Naturally, omi are talented. How were they able to determine say Bona Julian Alvarez ebo slow mo ya eda screen isikoku. Ye krompo yenya the opportunity to watch the review. How sure are you say ball? Ebo na nine back na easy for.
Na referee no crime is one.
But players now omujina park no so were so attentive to the extent said omu say ball na ebo na so boy any started complaining say look I born in 9 years now or didn't say HSA 2 okude me pesa me kakosi so ni say Tama na me ko school me ya be master be na friend man you also on the field of play there is nothing like I thought DIABY I thought virus ABC or say for the 90 minutes until say referee be you should be on top of your concentration and also your senses 100% concentration should be on the game. It's in Madrid for no. Yes, they knew say maybe a night game they could almost film, but until see about poor match na referee can see a poor moment film, they were not going to leave any stone unturned. So they were very active, they were very sensitive, paying attention to every little detail. Now, the reason they were able to see and signal referees say, look, Bibi Bonnie, yes, VAR also call and Ampany Empire. They got the confirmation. Real Madrid for home. Antonio Rudiger have won the last penalty, and then Madrid are qualified to the next stage. These are the men in the competition. When they get to this stage, they know what it takes to win it. You don't do that stage. You might be doing the Ama detaining in our way as a Atletico Madrid for the issue. I know when they did it. Real Madrid any winner. So the one who won, Real Madrid. The one who lost, Atletico Madrid. Omo complaining.
Oh, but Omo Musuni. Barcelona they say we need so. Because we know we be our show.
Omo issue. We need issue. A league and Cabas any problem, but the Champions League.
No, but this
is Champions League.
This is your match show clearly. Say man for it.
Say Madrid they bought Champions League. Omo a different thing. Omo Boliga e asem for Thibaut Courtois say and some now mo can they be a victimhood and a Madrid that you say or my you say they are the big boys omo ba ufie na utimi aso omo say Liverpool aso omo maybe Man City aso omo 3 and 4 ni ade o so omo fair ground more goals are we you mafrim me di ya wo me mu Atletico Madrid na we free mu na me problem kokuna mi nim say dey Madrid be you mafrim but the modern one dey go see the end the boys na bu season in the space of 1 week when we are to Atletico Madrid.
Yeah.
Well, lose game our La Liga.
Yeah.
Before say all by you know. It is say La Liga chances no. Are minimal. In the league or Champions League or be free. Na Android they say asem na we Rodrigo de Paul. They have a game to play against Barcelona weekend. Rodrigo de Paul. And so by ya or be press. So in a space of 1 week, Adumana Diego Simeone asisa na nka season we year born abaso say the season so bright no. Nina from in a space of 1 week and that is the reason and after match upon so free you could clearly see him say or cheer the players not cheer the atmosphere supporters are not more parkers you people should rise up and back the team because the way you see a fight it from the start of the season August I can't be 2-3 months season if care is not taken Jumana Yasese from August Nina so I love the motivational and the other guests now or after the match trying to motivate the team no and then the supporters and they say yes this is Real Madrid they are the big boys when it comes to this competition or may you from let's concentrate let's focus games now in all competitions that hold you have concentration and try say you need to imagine Arsenal for say charting up to the last time I now can say Real Madrid
yeah
Madrid for the squad no not Ronaldo Jinam, Guti Jinam, Beckham Jinam, Zinedine Zidane Jinam, Sergio Ramos, Elias Salgado, Raul Bravo, Casillas, and Roberto Carlos. Still, Omu free. Into Omuso Omo catch they say chat now.
When you Atletico, Raul Bravo, Michel Salgado, Modeze, Asiefo, Raul Bravo.
First, now yet Salgado Moana not here. Case you compare current players and the other jobs to no wars. And I know some
Michel Salgado. That's Salgado. Salgado Raul Bravo. Yeah. Now Raul Bravo no TV bombo no why system open and zero boss. Raul Bravo.
Yes, we need na Fusbeck for the post to area bre no the clubs are Madrid they are woman ni na obi so they have no say yes. Unfa Atletico Madrid for the account. I'm so mobwa. Crying competition. The teams win na Madrid they are woman. Unfa Atletico Madrid ni ensign account ko almost 50 had that almost in kind their woman in Africa. They page Facebook ni say Unfa Atletico account ensign country almost say only Madrid they bought ni yemwie ya mensere enti crying
competition why be baby channel bass and to us on fama but about the message now on Facebook Rahim Rankin Mayola fantastic Abu Dhabi the special one Habib Yuabuta na Umar Ra ne Ala Madrid and Amauzene Kufia J they should report it to the nearest police station Hala Madrid and a champion Manucho Habib is the best analyst ever Mate there are some other also good evening Abu my name is Nana Jema watching live from our Contanase. Yesterday I was sad. I didn't sleep well, Abu. I was it for me. I was it Abu. I didn't sleep. I was it Abu. Greet my beautiful lovely girl. Obapa Dina. Ukunuso chiapa. The ononso abomo diari abamenko. Na me share your WhatsApp line so kakra. Na also making kind kakra nsani ako. Good afternoon, Abu and you man. This Mengel sort on the yesterday, Madrid and Dortmund did the job nicely, and today too, Man United are winning against Real Sociedad hands down. Please, your panel members, Omerena, Omo, let's hear they haven't meet their meter. Their meter is His Excellency Hansi Flick and his ministers from Fakye inside Nasana, Time District, Monok. Region and also a team hi Fakye Sports. Good afternoon. This is Tana man from Southpond. I like your show and the discussion. I enjoy it every day. Yate here as and also the other about international man. Do you know that every Champions League final played in Munich? The winner never won the UCL before. 1979 Nottingham Forest, 1983 Olympic Marseille, 1987 Dortmund, 2012 Chelsea. So I tip PSG to win this season UCL. No Yakini from Nkoko or Fremase no deba Babi Ram Ewahanom Regional Hala Madrid are the best. Hi Abu, good afternoon. Lydia, I watch you live in my humble home. Yesterday game was something else. At a point I was so scared, but God being so great, Real Madrid has qualified. For now, we are waiting for Arsenal to finish them. They are also area about Wapali and Yidis on where. Hi, Fakye TV and Bright from Asin Prahoso in the central region. Meaning say Asin Praso no the Babat. The Menyan and the Asin Praso and Zambaye. In the central, you please, okay, Abu, you and your crew are doing a great job. Hala Madrid no the fire emojis no. Epon the 18 Etraso Tony. And so, Nadia the football play. Hala Madrid, I'm a Madridista. You're not so good afternoon, Abu. You guys are doing a great job. Keep it up. Big ups to all fans of the Bragana family, and everyone knows Real Madrid will always find ways and means to rob other clubs. Shame on them. You're mate. Omoda and also the other buyer. And I was why Abu say hi, Abu. Good afternoon. It's your boy Luis from Bremasi Kumabu. Messi won Ballon d'Or without winning World Cup, Champions League. Let's see if Mo Salah will win Ballon d'Or this season. If he misses it, then Messi should be investigated. My greetings to the maestro. The guy is fantastic. Keep up the good work, Abu. You're also the team here. Good afternoon, Abu. I'm Sadi from Kumasi Abu. Keep the fire burning. And I was also this Palmer inside Quick Room in Gomwa East. Abu, I knew yesterday the call for the VAR team was absolutely right, cause Alvarez he double kicked. Big ups to Honorable Kuju Simenyi and Sere. They are also a team here on Abu. I'm a very man from Pon. Dabai New Side, Kumase, and 22nd February 2025. I said I would be grateful if you check the nationality of Owusu Odo of AZ Akma. I mean, the day of the bear, the catchers will do no. Oye Ghana ni we be din so bon se Holland ni be afraid odu na Holland ni odu ye oye Ghana ni but omo san kra na boma Holland omo team no nti omo ye Ghana fo enye ono nko abakuzu efe na no sopoku omo ye be 9 ene wo AZ to by the Sadiq de boma ye ni ade adi san kra no ho nkomo ne de mpacho ya na wanya abotre kakra eni ade a. Good afternoon international Abu. I'm watching the show live. You guys are so amazing. Keep it up. Abu, today I will buy 10 more minutes to Abib, the special one. Leave him to finish his stories. Greetings to my sports minister, Mr. Baden. And all the Barcelona and the lava in the message in the doors. Baba, we have a call there. We are creating a next 30 minutes now. We are running command. No, they may find.
Koku Nas Mama sa video na Nasi Habib, the special one, the home command, just to make viewers who say nse na ne ka no da bi nye wi na me pe video na kasa me de Sunday na so the mama ya when Mbappe was vehemently protesting and how swift he was. Now we notice se ball na so atimi I double kick no so mama say video na ba to the near ready ending come on into aso. Kwahu there is something in the Champions League and here a bit not to Paris Saint-Germain. And then they need to be very, very careful. No one shall say, Asensio you play at the Paris Saint-Germain. And Obulu, and if you check, no matter see what Champions League anymore. Say, we a lone player or Premier League anymore. You can't play against your parent club. This was the video and I made the home command. They were kicking ball now. Look at how Mbappe fast or call referee ako protesting, and these guys
he was making the gestures. How
are you treating guys we now abreast with information?
Very, very sensitive.
Sometimes ujumi wa on tears and I'm catch wa on tears in crew man is a ball yenye ball because you plus be na mrana ka we ball na ka so mo nche den nim. Like these guys are omo here. Asensio komo na yedi no. You unansia say Chelsea ne Aston Villa boy decides you because no boy against the parent club. But in the Champions League, Saturday didn't mean Ejuma. And 2 instances I seen in Ano. Players now or more ball with other clubs no. You or more parent clubs near the film. Over Kaya, Chelsea and Atletico Madrid in the Champions League. Saturday no France and same way by Chelsea for your money more. Courtois or boy, and Atletico Chelsea the film in the semi-final game. Felipe Coutinho was loaned out to Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich in Barcelona. On the Chomo Yedwa. A brand of Coutinho. 2 goals. Boani. Team now Obolo. No. Emani in the parent club. I
know say 18 and
there's a match and almost shares a 5 was a say Hansi Flick. So the catch almost a more we should go. But yes, now Coutinho call. Okwako Junso so ko eni aba to buy and want no mo di see no be say ni say all those mention go to Nika e ko chi say ade no e bu ase no mo jai sa kutu no ni o so ko Junso buy
buy ni o mi tu so dada and obo ni tu mo say yin ni parent club ni free
aba sa ade na e shape
and then asato
le wa pia ne carbon ho
na okay 2003-2004 Fernando Morientes Monaco ne Real Madrid also no mo di kulu so o kaiser here
and no na punish you
no nyom dey say o ye na you
and tell this guy no ato fe and mami slow the match me van Paris Saint-Germain among what tipes on beat me at the Champions League no fine but they are playing against Aston Villa and if you look at them and then your man Asensio in the 2 legs look at what he's been able to do and any akuma pump no different Paris Saint-Germain and the coaching issues and all that. And now an opportunity to redeem himself against the parent club. And I heard the assignments between Paris Saint-Germain. So it's something that a do I reckon here do come away say bit me and as intimacy. Abagoku said the technology is about football, but still we still find difficulties in some of these things, you know. I am not asked from Kakra. But we say about UEFA Champions League at this stage. Now we know a Madrid debut controversies be bad. At this point, in a controversy neighbor, me sameti hai. Me ball me who be a chess average born too. Sameti hai. Mashe videos, natural videos, ni who. But me taka se baby amra wono yenkyere adwen. Baby amra wono yenkyere adwen. Na man for ka se omde sa inbuilt technologies never born no there. But we have me actually say e be nim. It brings me to them not being consistent.
Oh, okay.
In the Euro 2024 you see that game and as that tournament to be a tournament and you need Sadiano in the ball. Why don't you do same in the UEFA Champions League? And but what makes me think there the technologies, everything about football still football and causing inconsistent when it comes to decision making. Nas, mommy, penalty na Madrid for no air call for no. This is a boa and an incident. Because a Madrid for no would have loved say Van Cohe. Now call you penalty and for my Real Madrid. Vasi Debbie. This incident, in Fanya She. Say a penalty, Van Anko check you. But penalty, you have videos, series of videos we can't see Sampa. Sa branch and kick ball and son say it's here very minimal. Most of them and the videos I show you now, you could see the touch. Who touch and say play a double kick. But this one you this is the
statements now almost on the Emma FIFA for or many IFA please. I must say when I didn't see an A undetermined. They use the word undetermined. So you find it extremely difficult to determine. Say
I didn't know because mostly you a change direction. But we won who ball not on it. And it took time for one almost the no crowd to know say it's a penalty in Timiani.
No, but like you maybe TV on hard, you know. Then we are say very very well share and then I pass out to come and say we now say
even outside the stadium.
I don't want to say do I money the
and I for them run here clear and it's something that they want because penalty in the betoa. Say go very much say. And you have no but no answer was no about say.
But I'm more America for the
Dabi Emma football in your fair. Emma football in Kobe Bessie penalty better.
There's only share deal. Go one was
and you see these players from both penalties. Sometimes they are very, very technically good. When you give them the opportunities here to 1 hour, they've been playing volleys or more they share goals. Into this one where assured said this is what is going to happen. He's going to do it. The
man here easy for Real Madrid. I think say after say incident in the scene, they said player no bobo and Casa they even complain.
Dabi.
Madrid for started so who complain referee Cohen. We don't have Paris now.
But Samiga and Casa on. Naturally, we are very calm. But as a man, Comona, who's a man, Comona, and Gambu, you won't phobia naturally say, oh, yeah, Nadia. Okay, you said you did no, and you won't cast or yes, I'm phobia. No, can go the edge or there you go. Oh, my cracker to a crabby gen and you know, yes, or Cassan one. Now say go. I
do say like this one. How or more number right from the incident he was at fault.
Well, say on my video back on a time now on barriers when we join me besides a Charlie. Born no cresse. What did you catch up? Also, no born in 9 minutes.
Sometimes
football no continue.
Yes, they're both remarried a Basel every single time. Now we can't even discuss them when it comes to the Champions League. They always find a way. Say no refereeing decision can clearly with Emra and they kwama Mobet never be because then they Emrani and Feniagro. Boons are kwama. And yes, you see an opponent player being at fault. Look at what happened to Paris Saint-Germain, Benzema Gono with Donnarumma.
Yeah.
Look at Omoni Chelsea Rudiger. They always find a way to make sure say we are getting what we want. What is so special about Real Madrid in the Champions League? There is something special. Nobody knows where that special thing comes from. But something special is Real Madrid when it comes to the Champions League. Whenever they are playing the Champions League, because that something is going to happen. This is Atletico Madrid who are dominating in the La Liga twice. At Jeff Real Madrid in some. Jeff Barcelona and some twice.
And Madrid they find it difficult so they or La Liga.
In La Liga. But in the Champions League, this is the 4th time. And whatever happened to them, heartbreaking. Just look at time Ramos take. Now Omoko penalties, Akwakobo, Ajide from Munzam. Look at what happened yesterday. This decision I do over free Champions League. Not now Atletico Madrid fan you could say, oh, Real Madrid they say no more. In city rivals here, But in the Champions League, they don't even think about that. Right from the onset, you see that something is wrong with Atletico Madrid. I say who be show when they are playing the La Liga, they are able to express themselves, make sure so whatever they want to do, they do. But in the Champions League, Madrid and 7 in the Champions League, we just need to sit down. Now one day, players no matter tiny be or one T and Tenase. No my how I really prepare for the Champions League. What's it? And
Madrid in last time now I like said those days now me to me. So season now Obama Young mo show mo 4 bi no. 4 bi now mo na ball ni na Basaje ya no makosho Obama Young no. Mo wana bi nya ko bi fi Spain. And the course like DIABY ni anana me se ana ni panze o support Madrid pa na me se o so Madrid na the team afi e beje champions na me se aden or say Madrid for the Barcelona score line akọje lack now they say men na wo kan say or say ti we ball no mu lusu ye no as inform uzo ko mu lusu to Barcelona uzo ko di ade no ka wo mama as say lusu about you pan carry am say chama one say bi a wo kai die
na yo na aka
no makobo as Chelsea no mo de makogu no mo bo no mo de have do final mo na pan afrem say one asem na me catch on first time be do so nka Madu be share. And I know most of them there back where you pa. Omo na the only team omo e set to Brazil no matter record be or champion is there a record here will be where the bar say anything be a final be communicate no be new winner no. So we must our record na ejuma
it's something and like I said there is something special they are very special when it comes to the UEFA Champions League. For time now Vinicius was a penalty and look at many of the teams, everyone almost play it above form. But look at Jude, just went to the guy, so he teach Massa young called this is football. And this was the first time when you say penalty at Madrid. This is near him Mbappe, near him Jude, but he was able to keep all the penalties at the back of the net. This time around against Atletico. Sometimes the thing that happens to Real Madrid, no, I am in Chelsea. But there is a manager in the UEFA Champions League. But he stand a chance of winning the Champions League. If you know coach, Inter Milan Inzaghi. He's played 10 games in the UEFA Champions League. He's been able to make sure say two balls pen half yafa from the netting, and he's been behind for just 4 minutes 45 seconds.
Oh, okay.
Which is 285 seconds per and a team B as a LED Inter Milan. And look at Babi Omonam. He's chasing a record Jose Mourinho and Diego Milito Zenit winning the treble for team in Inter Milan. Now he's in the semi-finals of the Coppa Italia. In the Serie A, he's in a good place. Probably will be Timiadi. And look at where Onam for the UEFA Champions League.
So Charles team saying in our academy be for a treble.
Yes.
Barcelona. Real Madrid. Inter. Bayern. Don't Bayern. There's a PSG. Wow.
So look at it. And but when I'm me fancy Bayern Munich cry. The man of Dina bench me fancy Bayern Munich cry and against a determined Inter Milan squad. They have experience. They have the squad. They have a manager who get them. He's playing the same similar system to Antonio Conte's one, but he's able to trick the system, make adjustment, adapt to opponent, tactics, and make sure the team ends up flourishing. He's a man young can once, but UEFA Champions League, he's one guy. Check in Italian clubs, they are not consistent when it comes to the Champions League. This is the third time and so it was such a round that but the last time he played at the final and then he lost, and now look at the way Inter Milan for Atletico. They've been consistent when it comes to the UEFA Champions League, and we need to give him terms and probably UEFA Champions League let me the scene now. So for Bayern Munich, and something very serious when you are playing against Bayern Munich and you Bobia with me quick. You what team you feel?
Obia shey Leverkusen woman also with me quick.
Team Bayern.
Leverkusen Alonso ma bona baso a wa she no me Alonso a she one goal kranti.
Ade aboy Leverkusen for any person me TTM players not on. The back be a bonus. So in the Champions League, do you see them say Enka? Just show me 5. I say now, do you see them complain? They just want to sell their players. In the end, they found. We've seen games about. In the course, but you watch now. You share the moon say the beans you are done on route me see. You train England call up no. Now you have to say no. This is Fakye. Thomas took your the. Thomas took the squad the bomb team.
National team.
We are one start here. Juma cry. See Juma all year. The chemistry how
the whole national team. Papa.
Into what me contemplate. Say, is he going to go with Gary Southgate's system? They tried and tested, and as a castly by we saw him say that he was doing with the under 21s. Which one? And obey. But the way he can the and still so my blasters.
Hosenodo.
Emfa.
Sir, only didn't continue.
Emfa.
I was more consider blasters.
Not Emfa. Because they are not even consider no. Last
time, come on, I'm in ABOU. The oil, Washa see me do Magana.
Of course. Where the way is
consider me, my brother is a BBO as a Ula. I know didn't command.
But man, and the one Indian crowd, a more national team behind one.
Now we see the play consider we are also
me catch you say all friend who in the national team.
Consider
Black Stars there is something you didn't think.
Reason is it?
The reason no, say yen team no, obeba ye be the black sheep.
The all kind of men.
Do you sure say na Kevin what in kwan na Black Stars team?
The all kind of men on your dream. Yeah, Obara Bejiji.
Akoya no dey work kunjo uzo be ye oy. Na ye ni dan.
Your boy no.
Na wo kan. The players no mo kwa ko mo opportunity to play as around be ba no. Ye yo mo den.
Mate, why already Jawa. On Facebook, one of the kill songs, Madrid to the whole year, say Nana Kwame Paulsy. Maybe I say, what if the keeper leaves the touchline? The ball will, okay, I'll say, what goalkeeper leaves the touchline? The ball score, would they retake it again?
Yes, goalkeeper in go line. So now Bonesha a good, but say
no, so we no bizarre. No incident we know.
Senka
a ball in 9 no, I don't know bizarre one say. But I say when you
move the line, one say yeah.
Can you be anything? Mate Omara Hala Madrid Raheem Rankin Mayola fantastic abu dia benze Makenkan we no ewa no King Boadu Abu. The show is loud and clear inside a Shaman Kufuor station. Obapa Frima adjoin ya Obrako Sapon. Niami nuano no Yaniba ya Obrako Sapon. Bro me gidi Nema Boko there. King Boadu. I hope Real Madrid will not complain again on bad officiating. And as Sunobi High Fakye Sport. My name is Sunobi. Real Madrid are they are thieves, they are not in Kakao. Vibration Buddha, please Abu, we are coming to play a tribal game in Bichin. Please, I would like you to come there in the Salah Day, no remember, right? I'm a Bijinama. Vincent Pepper, I'm watching live from Libya. Now, MON-FRI pay out. This one, Nkwa. We won Madrid in the Champions League final. FC Barcelona eliminated Madrid in 2011 semi-final. We want Madrid. Answer FC Barcelona facing Real Madrid in the UEFA Champions League final. It will be the easiest game for FC Barcelona. I know you are doing. And it will be the easiest cry. Nana JNS Immigration Service. I watch you live from Afumasia. Madrid all the way. Arsenal should get them ready. And you had the other Baby Ramo and I feel Dick Nimaxon watching live from Minnesota. It is a US Bocodonia. Martin K. Bafo agreed Ricardo is Bafo Edun or Chapa Ricardo. You're not so eating the buy no. Abu, I love your show. Always be there for us. This season Barcelona will carry the Champions League trophy. Mark my words. Say Kapako GH dancer artist in J Town. Shout outs to Kofi Miki and Mr. Boate. Omojo so no so the also Odeba Baby Ramu. You guys are doing a really good job for Mother Ghana, Hala Madrid, Banidino and Famba. Alabu, Real Madrid is winning this year's Champions League. Mbappe will win the Ballon d'Or. Big J, Asankragwa, and also itinerary. Greetings to Abu. My regards to the ABOU Sports crew. Indeed, you guys are doing a great job, and I'm glued to my TV watching you. Fakye Sports, no size, keep the fire burning. Real Madrid more than a club. Say Ben Justy from Wasa Krupon and also the team Edibai. It's obvious that the UCL is our property. It's our it's in our pocket like our feeding fee. Hala Madrid, Abanga Raul inside Bekum and also Edibai. We are watching live from Kadi Adon Kronon. You guys are doing a great job. This is Amos. We do this Kadi Zuboko or the Barama Kadi Hospice. My name is Michael ZKC and team manager from Sasamu Penny FC Kumase Nkwanta Patase. Abu, keep doing the good job. You guys are doing good. Sasamu Penny, and the last season was almost a boy FA Cup. This season, Krana, and the normal near there. This Big Daddy watching live from Bandai Nkro in the Bono region. Abu, a day without watching your show is like a pastor in the church without his Bible. Keep the fire burning. Chelsea will massacre FC Compagnon today. While Manchester United will fall today. The other band, my show is a diabo code. So me hoye pa. I'm for the next 30 minutes in my way now. And me come back. But I want me mechanic. I will be can.
I say, look fly. Announce look fly.
Look at it.
Fly.
I think me pese ya will be come for me. Oh, come for be a you.
Oh, doctor. I
say, my dear, you know. Who's your mouth fancy, dear? I just BBS.
It's BBC ara.
Yanko Yanim.
BBC. No, fine.
President Balotelli. Balotelli is who didn't talk about United game. Balotelli, not Thursday night football here.
I do that couple match. I'm
Thursday night football here. We are ready to
money to yes. Doctor. Now I think said now UEFA Champions League this year from and will be all here prediction behind the ball 75th minute. Now it was will be uncle cash out. Boys ne cash out. Come on. Cash out. So some of us yes. Cash out. I'm cash out to be intimate. After I said Vinicius losing penalty to know be uncle cash out now. Never know me who over 1.5 for the intimacy form. But and also any man be the good a coin where Conference League, Europa League, and a baby do a hand. I think Atletico Bilbao call the side of AS Roma, not AS Roma, so Bilbao for home. Now that game, with me at weekend for over 1.5 first leg, I think AS Roma, it's me far that kind of maximum points. No, they talk about the next buy that is Frankfurt against AS Ayas. Almost games will be close to about over 1.5. So Obio Bekosa. That match will be on the games, money over 1.5. Then Lazio against Victoria Pilsen, almost so man over 1.5. Then you talk about Olympiacos and then Bodo Glimt, almost the NCO over 1.5. Then Manchester United Real Sociedad, we ever be an interesting game because Ruben Amorim will need to win this particular game to redeem his credibility as a United football coach. Jeffrey, Eric Ten Hag, and Sam Old Trafford. So that game will be against Real Sociedad, and it will be a midfield battle between Obitise Casemiro and then the likes of Bruno Fernandes, and then Martin Zubimendi and Benoit for that particular Real Sociedad when they will meet against Manchester United. You shouldn't forget Real Sociedad when it comes to total dominance football, they actually dwells in that total or dominance football. Ogasol as a coach make sure about the 4-1-4-1 tactical flexibility as compared to Ruben Amorim, the tactical game and also about the 3-5-2 compact system in the midfield. So making sure the two attackers can easily score a lot of goals for him. But then Manchester United meeting against Real Sociedad may take it, say it's my over 1.5 and then I'll talk about Tottenham Hotspur and AZ Alkmaar. Last weekend AZ Alkmaar at home, it's me share Tottenham Hotspur by 1-0. But then Tottenham never saying commercial become, but domain to me ante can and the room in this particular second leg. I'm tipping said the like Andy Postecoglou can easily win that particular game against AZ Alkmaar, and then that game will end over 1.5. Then you get about Rangers and Fenerbahce last week in a gross moment against the side of Rangers Football Club. But then I'm tipping the side of Jose Mourinho can get at least 2 goals down on the ultimate close gap. It may advance they are either into the extra time. But I'm tipping and the goals will be to me flow because of a second leg goals will be to me flow for the side of Fenerbahce alongside Rangers. Then you talk about over 1.0. Then Lyon against the other team and also over 1.5. So in the games no match over 1.5. But then about 5:30 I'm also dropping another odds. But boss, Enra, this particular game, when you talk about Real Madrid Football Club, you're talking about aura. The aura around Real Madrid Football Club cannot be underrated, because we have most of these clubs who plays these kind of Champions League knockout stages. But when Real Madrid Football step it up in knockout stage, pass it through the 116 stage, but in the last 10 years they've been able to do that kind of history for themselves. And when you're talking about aura, that's around most of these football clubs. When it comes to Champions League now, Real Madrid Football Committee chairman say when it comes to these kind of aura and this kind of charisma among most of these players in Real Madrid Football Club, spirit of UEFA Champions League, it's enough for them. And then they won in the penalty shootout 4-2 against Atletico Bilbao. But this was the tactical, formation of these particular two football coaches. That's Carlo Ancelotti Carleta against Diego Simeone on team Ejina or Edema, the side of Atletico de Madrid. But Macacho said when you are meeting this particular side of Atletico Madrid, they try to play the 4-4-2 compact system, and then you get Obiti said, Carleta on the 4-2-3-1 tactical formation, making sure Obiti may invent the side of Luka Modric into the game or starting Luka Modric. I was actually having a particular notion in mind. Say when you're talking about someone who can easily link up that play in the midfield, who can create some chance for Jude Bellingham to drive into the attacking third, you will need something from Luka Modric who will add a lot of experience and intensity in the midfield. because you are talking about Rodrigo de Paul, Pablo Barrios. That Pablo Barrios will dictate the play in the midfield, and then you get Antoine Griezmann, who will drop in deep just to support Rodrigo de Paul in the midfield, just to link up the play to Julian Alvarez as on the false number 9 to the attacking third of Atletico Madrid. Oh, many honum. But then Oshe and tactical formation. A papa, your friend say, Carleta added 2 honum now 4-2-3-1 tactical formation in the particular moment of the diamond system of Real Madrid Football Club, making sure say they can easily get Tchouameni and then Luka Modric in that midfield into the attacking. Then Rodrigo de Paul, Jude Bellingham, and Vinicius Junior into the attacking front line of Real Madrid Football Club, and then Kylian Mbappe as a false number 9. It tells you that Madrid needed to create some certain sense of offensive movement into the attacking play of Atletico Madrid, and even into the first half. Your ball first half, you take a close look at their possession, you can easily attest the fact that Real Madrid Football Club was dictating the play, and early into the first half, Tchouameni was having the most duels in that particular midfield for Real Madrid, and then he had a moment when he was able to make close to about 39 accurate passes only into the first half, and then Luka Modric as a link-up player making close with Mama close to about creating chances of about 89% only into the first half. But then, boss, Nyama also into the first half of this particular game, because Atletico Madrid, when you're playing that Cholismo system, he actually expects Guillermo Simeone will actually drop back just to contain that kind of right full back position, in the sense of Marcos Llorente as a right full back, and again Rodrigo de Paul in the right midfield area for the side of Atletico Madrid, making sure that Pablo Barrios will be a static midfielder just to support Antoine Griezmann, who will drop in deep to become a typical auxiliary half traditional number 8. Support Julian Alvarez. But when you are expecting Conor Gallagher in this particular midfield, the function and not Mauricio Pochettino de Bono, Chelsea Football Club, I think that Diego Simeone identified that same function for Conor Gallagher playing for Atletico Madrid against Real Madrid Football Club. Madrid, any one of these static midfielders, they play direct football. It's last season for Chelsea, Mauricio Pochettino said Chelsea for Enzo Maresca, Enzo Fernandez, that's Conor Gallagher in the midfielder. He'll expect Conor Gallagher will become a direct football player who will actually increase the positional play in the midfield, because he is a direct player and he makes sure that he neutralizes the play for the side of Chelsea Football Club, Mauricio Pochettino. But the job by the Conor Gallagher into the midfield of Atletico Madrid was just simple: playing a compatible game together with Pablo Barrios and making sure that he will be a traditional number 8 who will link up play together with Antoine Griezmann as a creativer into the frontal attacking third, and making sure that he will neutralize the play of Real Madrid Football Club. It will be a share the work rate of Conor Gallagher only into the first half. You can easily assume he was all over the midfield of Atletico Madrid moving for him. That was the simple job. Diego Simeone, Edema will be to say Conor Gallagher into the midfield area of Atletico Madrid, but then Jude Bellingham man-to-man press together with Conor Gallagher. Conor Gallagher himself, the movement of Jude Bellingham is actually limited because of your offensive-minded player. When he goes out into the offensive area of Real Madrid Football Club, he can easily add a lot of credibility into the attacking third. That's Vinicius Junior together with Rodrigo de Paul and together with Kylian Mbappe return. But into the second half, Carlo Ancelotti needed to switch the tactical change from the 4-2-3-1 to the 4-4-3 wide formation. When he switched that particular formation, then he used to create that last 2 seasons, and that's the last season, that compatible football game now, ABOU against Bayern Munich in the semi-finals, first leg, Allianz Arena. He needed to switch that 4-4-3 and play the lifty Ricky football, making sure so it's match it up for Tchouameni to have interpositional change with Luka Modric into the midfield. Now, Luka Modric will try to duel on the left-hand side of Real Madrid Football Club. Then you get Rodrigo de Paul, who will have interpositional change from being a right winger to become a left winger, supporting Vinicius Junior, upper hand in that particular midfield of Real Madrid Football Club. So Madrid actually transition us in early in the second half. You will do as a Madrid will actually add a lot of overloads with the left hand side here. So into the second half, we saw Philip Mandy, who was actually busy in the half spaces, and I said into the left hand side of Real Madrid, because he will be that carrier who will carry the ball into the left midfield of Real Madrid Football Club. Whilst you get Luka Modric, who will direct that play to Vinicius Junior, and Rodrigo de Paul will start to initiate the answer. He will start to trick that particular press into the half space, and I said into the left hand side of Real Madrid Football Club, and Kylian Mbappe will be there just to disturb that compatibility midfield and that's that compatibility defensive structure of Clement Lenglet and then Mario Jimenez in that particular defensive structure of Atletico Madrid, and then Carlo Ancelotti was able to utilize those kind of half spaces position. But when you're talking about this Atletico Madrid, when he makes sure so will be more attacking man, so will be more of offensive minded football. That's why I didn't numerical superiority to attacking Teda. Or bit closing in the gap. Not with the low compactable block, making sure that this time around, the 4 back, Ronaldo as that particular player, in that right full back position, but then making sure that Obi to say the Simeone to become a defensive midfielder for him to play in a compacting moment between Pablo Barrios and Rodrigo De Paul, and Enra. Diego Simeone, the tactical nous was right on the spot, but the Carlo Ancelotti and the aura against Real Madrid Football Club, they were able to seal that moment for Real Madrid Football Club. In football, we have moments. When the moment comes and you are not able to score a lot of goals for yourself, the moment will change for that particular opponent team or also and Madrid the moment nearby, and the moment was the penalty shootout. And when you are having these supporters, home stadium, that's about 2 penalty shootout. Let me say now, the moment will shift directly to Real Madrid Football Club, and Madrid to capitalize that particular moment, and they were able to utilize those kind of moments. But I'm actually having that particular sweet chance.
I can't remember 1 minute.
I'm having that particular sweet thing. They say when it comes to about most of these coaches are it's about Aston Villa coach called Unai Emery, because Unai Emery, that coach, that he did very well for Sevilla, Villarreal, and even for PSG Football Club. Arsenal, when the days near were Arsenal, but coming to Aston Villa, making sure last season he will actually progress Aston Villa into the Champions League spot of the English Premiership, making sure this season Odom qualify ABOU. It's the first time for so many years. If there was since state that qualify for the quarterfinals, it tells you say this particular man will do that particular job. But then for Joshua Kimmich, boss, this guy is that guy who has been able to extend his contract for the side of Bayern Munich Football Club. But, doctor, see, right now as we speak, that kind of midfield near Bayern Munich Football Club currently as we speak, if we say 2015, Joshua Kimmich best share the midfield for area for Bayern Munich, he has been able to change variably in that particular midfield. Because this is the guy, when he came to Bayern Munich Football Club, he was seen as a right full back player, and Pep Guardiola using it very well in the right full back position. Sometimes when you invert to become a hybrid midfielder, supporting, most of these midfielders are not able to say Javi Martinez into the midfield. But then this guy saw it to himself, said he can easily become a static midfielder for the side of Bayern Munich Football. Carlo Ancelotti will come, Obi Yusuno as a typical number 6, but Obi Otimi having the close use of Papa Efense Joshua Kimmich, wasn't Hansen Flick, but then it was this particular man called Julian Nagelsmann. Julian Nagelsmann days.
Until 2029.
Oh yes.
Nice show.
Yes.
As I go there, I kind of message
I say.
What did you DHD? Are you people class? So you don't read my message. The Alpha, you guys will love this show so much. I'm always going to your station and watching live from Ashama Ericsson. But to be honest, last night decision against Julian Alvarez penalty wasn't fair at all. Chelsea all the way. I'm going to say again, now for good evening, Abu, and you're able to keep the fire burning. Say Richie inside ATV, also about the Bababe Ramo. Now we are Don Carlo Ancelotti from Pristia, Kutukrum. You are broadcasting is live and clear over. Madrid needs to qualify for you to celebrate our late brother who is a die-hard fan of Madrid over here. Of course, they did it too. It was tough, but they did it for us. Good evening, Abu, and your sports team. I'm called Jonathan. Please keep doing the good work for us. Ala Madrid forever. You're not so a bomb or the 18 year day eba be ram on Americana. Minu and Fenfi on Adiana. Yenrena in the Hunjuma Nanyama and the daddy kama pa. And it's a you adiadi. Imu Berena or more abomodi di Hunjuma Timia di Amamena. Bibi etini adi daddy anyway because the kick akoni adena but good afternoon, brother. I'm watching live from Ahafuhidim. You are simply amazing. Greetings to all friends watching you from the coast. The ononso ebo modi etimi ereba ye no. Ezo Ballon d'Or for Mbapichi ni the ode Benami Kadi from Suedrabu. The guy in black analysis is top class. He's really good. Ricardo Dawase no the also. Good afternoon, Abu Ablistu from Bemianco, Madrid all the way. The also Eddie Eba, you know. Abu, I think the win pain you much. May Madrid knew now. Question is saying, please ask you, partner, Dembele was still if Dembele was to still be in Barcelona, we start ahead of Lami Yama, the also a bomb of the 18 year rebellion. But straight up, my member here, now I'm in Komo, Mamma Head, I'm in Ramo, Ethiopia, now I'm in Kona, Miniminia, Ibrahim Dalad, in Komo Kakra, now you say the name of it. Dalad, a former player, the Mark Robia Kumase, at Sante Kotoko, Brekum Chelsea, and African Pfizer. No, but you made a Ethiopia. Coffee AC, or Richemo Ethiopia on a day. Oh, Yejma. Good afternoon, Bibiamo Code. I one player, I'm in any interview. I am a careful pay brain than lad. Go chance and Johnny. Only Abibala Arabwa.
In-depth knowledge when it comes to Agrona, aside him being a professional footballer. I think so. We both know I'm for coach, any be a football administration and football panditry.
Oh, okay.
Why near administrator, no one coach or venture into panditry, everyone got all vast knowledge when it comes to the game. When we didn't come one-on-one or explaining the match,
church the match,
and you know the background where he comes from.
Oh, okay.
People from that place. The last time I knew about it, didn't come about it.
Yes.
Conform free side. I don't know. Me to I just say be yes, me to do move from, but they are so much in the when it comes to game.
Felixana. Good afternoon. A life after football here, then coaching and as over baby, you may be. What boys there were in a ball abaso.
Martin, Madame Massive, comments are my passing. The idea, I may have been JDB, no make Quran from the static program. Honestly, I always enjoy that because since and you will be an already program best started with Namisoma and I said, but then words of encouragement from the Quran into Yana Madrid when he's so quoting Quran and trying to explain and motivate people out there. By the way, the end I messed up.
Oh, okay.
I don't see.
But I'm no full package. Me no din command me na boa me kakra. Ya na ye titi nsem bi se. Te say ye what 2025 no mo ko Ethiopia ntisa. Ye what 12 months wo mo se mo na ye bro so. Sa de no na ho chebimu kakra. Ya say ni sitie pa.
I will say 2017. That means over Ethiopia is here 15 years. You know, Sana Ethiopia calendar. I think they use Christian for Nankasa age, you know, say years, you know. No one can say no issue because Omomohano ama Krubia amba to send them for the Babe to Kabeji. No Mukun to Panano BNCA until they use their real year Nankasa. Wow, do you almost won't you say? No, 15 years. You have no day 20 years as a married life.
Sign contract no. Do 50 years or
yes, no. Just by the way, but they according to Kuru, they use 2 calendars.
Oh, okay.
Obu GMT and Obu come Kasana, so Obu ya DBA really the country. Obu is so one Kasa Obu dates and our calendar, but I do worldwide and it was a concerning international. They use the world calendar.
Oh, okay. It is just all call on it here. Acquires the world calendar now, Modi Jumane at the Adia Buamani Makuema. One thing an uncle for come once empire or level no. About one player what under 17, under 20, under 23, local Black Stars mean. A major tournament cry, a World Cup. We move to Ethiopia now. I don't go for Jane Montias, top goalkeeper than lad. It is Ethiopia League in Scania the other day, but Ethiopia then has a okay Bimo Basho, which I mean, it's all TV.
Honestly, leader.
Oh, okay.
But me understanding of football, no, normally no, on a plan. May I work by plan. Into me management now say the key plan say you say you speak to masters and secretary as a big lad in Ghana, in Africa, and we say you be like or mining. We have the main purpose. Meaning said for now, people won't understand the move, but maybe for the next 2-3 years, everybody will really understand why I came with.
Baro this and common man me kakra. Next 2-3 years, you better move now. So intimate be kakra nche. Kesi be the animal power.
Yeah, the other mentioning and say in Ethiopia the advantage and the Adega came most of our games comes it comes from DSTV live. Into if you play games on DSTV, that means worldwide people are watching you.
Yes. So
when they will mask out, they will my teams to watch, people can watch it easily without saying now about compare with video, because nowadays people don't believe in video editing.
Yes.
They just want the full match to watch now the real you, because now the editing. And apart from that one, monetary wise is also part. So the day I'll get my stable mind to work, now matching in. Thirdly, there is a lot of opportunities here in terms of traveling. Maybe there is a lot of, so imagine the visa to the countries that you plan so the visas are. And also, but we a lot of offers will be, but they high visa.
Oh, okay.
So in Ghana, visa. You are not even guaranteed that will be now or not. It is now teams no more outside. They are very so therefore visa now I say I'm more doubted because we need guarantee so which matter journey or more that want to enjoy them.
Wow. Mate, ba ma men twom eche kakra no pe kra na ye didi nkomo on irim say edu be be captain club ya Kumasi Asante Koroko na ye ka players so ma serve ma cha na o ka ho bi. Kwan Koroko fo fa so ja o kwan no asa now ebi mu tra bi ka so mu ni say ase enye kwan papa so enti o ko no be nya trimu ka bi ni ade amene mo bi ka fa ho a wo akwan koja na e ba Fred Dodo any said na we see asomo mo ache no kofumu ni zazo man treat you.
Honestly, me as a man treat. The Diana Kamas and Protocol is my life as a protocol na man then my head. The Diana said even the coaches that we have, the team that we have, they try to give you the platform. So it's about your hard work and everything that you carry you to take you to places.
Yeah.
All the platform and indeed coach here you are on power and can out perform manner. Definitely he will fix you because honestly like my interstate. Maybe say imagine say you give the pressure ban so now say maybe they say you can't help at that particular moment. It's normal. So me particular as Atletico have been so faithful, grateful to me, and I will never be ungrateful to the club.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, for the perception, they want to see me, but yeah, Muslims they always believe in the American. For me, and in some time, and I saw and I defend. If you go with a good name, if you go with everything. So for me, I was so okay, and I will never and ever say maybe be born able to team for Amas and take out a good. So I'm even planning say. From the near future and everything that I have in my life, it was a so benefiting me be free.
Oh, okay.
Quite that so let me I didn't get to my idea block for improvement say no one that will go to it's also part of my plans. For me, I'm so grateful to Kotoko.
I mean, after the World Cup, I come and say, "Baby, I can't see as all form now. The pool now age my bed is a could be you are transfer. As all World Cup, no call bomb pie baby. Oba also Kodasi, one Kodasi in Tianoma, Dalan form not de pay. Tia the two pool my lacking in you or meshe me tis alcohol. Near shows also UTT bisa.
Yeah, I mean, it's part of the game. Honestly, Ajumobi Accra, I mean, because of football, when Nami Pijawa, Obi Accra glory, by saying, I'm pretty okay with it, or the ordinary, by saying, no, I have to clear this. I think I'm in passing with the other.
Oh, okay.
Also, for now, Bible and Tibet Assam, I am a Muslim, and I will never make us say, church bad and after we to church, but I will never and ever send a call for I will actually get some vampire money.
Oh, okay.
Because my mom is alive and we had to be a friend of the vampire money, and I have people who pray for me.
Oh, okay.
So they combine, they say the year that I was doing also for now Bible and Tino see you and I at the number. Actually, put your new age, so no, sorry, I'm not about Masrada.
Yes.
So I'm about Paya Matino because at that time, I'm not in the middle when I struggle, and so I'm not about Paya Mai. So the entire team of Paya Mai. And so I can also pay Nipa 5. I'm a Paya separately, baby. And I'm a catcher, I'm a Muslim, so maybe the Binch. So I need to say, or say a the Christians Neko. Honestly, that time in Santa Fe, I will be a channel, like will be a school because you could train will be and can't tell you so
yes.
So that obviously. So I was like, that time Channel K5 was there, and the guy about Channel Robert, he was part of them. Now, so Channel K5 is someone who do at a Cotino club name, so I'm not sure that Channel K5 got a fire player. So it's just sorry that they need to go and pray for the team name. Yes, so all the guys will be before the call. I'm saying no, and I'm sure me call them, and I'm question then I'm buy, and I'm catch up say. Because now guys let me show you. If I get myself involved, they will go.
Yeah.
And I'm saying for the sake of the club, I have to do that. And I'm catching up and say, okay, I will go. So more young boys now the some of the corner. Now, I say, so we need to be aba, so let's go. And now, the two car and the copper agadas, the frag agadas, and the two car copper agadas with me by it. And I'm organize here and doing my equipment. So, what you call it, the book and pass off the then we actually the hotel because no problem yet club in but Timmy down the car, and the say, I'm found bonfire. And yes, they are Boston man, I'll be that. I'm sure about one other Christianity, a lot of them are running away from that. You see, how the kind of the iron, they do a better kind of time. So we bonfire, so that I went there with the sea, the was part, Agadas was part, the left back, Charles was part, and I keep to Maxwell so was part.
Yeah.
And Okan you're coy. Honestly, like Ocean come, like I said, that we to climb, we go to climb. So, just you don't pay me enough. So, I say, the national team and everything, and you move on. So, from then on, say,
yeah.
And from that particular day, my first of that, Manchester that. The guy Robert now no can honor supporter. When I think so, the pastor event. When I think I could go keep one. No, I catch also to say match is we see they have been, but I don't yet like a boys, you know. Sometimes you are also like on my car will be, yeah, far to pull in blah blah blah. So that is there. The main for me, I know it's for the team, and yet for me personally.
Oh, okay.
I idea for my team and a boy and high. And it's a church. And as I'm buying a born, that is 2021, and 1 year after. You read the miss that we give you for how many years the configuration card. And I was by you with also the book I am. when I the bomb empire my. That is all. So me as a Muslim, I know it's normal. The world I'm gonna should know so bomb empire ma. That's all. Because I'm about to say bomb empire man. Say me to be here we know. We came to play for the team now, so my hope and our bomb empire man. He said that's all. And after the World Cup, I was so surprised. I was like, how? Because a team now, but so the team will team final. I call Sheriff in Manchester United or boy. The see upon us with them up or down as so I didn't me no come because I didn't go. My con and answer me go Jane or the bomb higher my team. They went from me. So now I'm picturing my mention. You know, the me say, my if say. Or some of the BB and I say we are the present we are. I'm ready to do that. But for a Muslim to go to the church and they mean yes, I did. So they call and answer about dancing, upon like the church service. And they mean so. Energy that and the command for Bayana. I think that they can't say a church Robert now. I don't know how or not to catch a suffering. And all the Bible until they can say they go. But me, I stood on my two say. I'm a proud Muslim. I did better to your life with the Nyakupo Shama. Even though your amount of the I you respect that. But Nipa be no me.
Wow.
So I mean I'm with you. But so that is the main
Asem Wow. Teachers only share mudi bi ambassador we dey figure na dey akoshe Ethiopia.
Yeah. IMC Nana Apenkra, yeah. Mechiano, Mechiano pa. Nana, I think say last season I struggled. I think say so for me a year I comment say I'm Amanda Huna a bedroom. I think say na pay for people. Today for people na I think Oba say okay Oba the vampire to know what breach we are or the two. So when he came. I went to Nana Mekashan and I said, there is the support or creative problems from man for the last season. So I will never go there and play with the team. So I want to exclude myself from starting progressing.
Wow.
And any maintenance in Okachan to say, what you must say. These are the main reasons I will because me personally, I am a product of Massa Santikotoko.
Yes.
The name of Kudia Mami I didn't was. This Nina so counting on mass of the buy, you know. The patch all the
wow, yeah, corner. Yeah, na to so me say abibo my revelations how do na verse. I know them part issue. Yeah, me tonka say me tonka to aso.
Yes. So and okaze I think we are sending the bed to kotoko there. And never say to me no ni me come. Into no penintino. Was me my uncle say I chopper or look out my willing on the pass of natural not be over be an clear. I'm so we taking it or say a henny picture means mention a news of so I'm okay. So I mean the woman and say I'm the same friend of mine. I mean the man in town was a woman in the so I called my mom. Now my mom said I call her the BCB and I plan it different so she go there and apologize. No, the quality of amateur.
Wow.
It's that is the PCN.
Wow. But I do way so no, what we would done to let me clear, man. Confo no she is as a more court national team ba. Now more contract once and say no money korokoninya issue omutimi ya bi sabotage mo ya affect mo. You will say koroko do be benchi wa ma lose position for the national team. And it seems okoye nipo ba be take over. Fere Kasari so anya the same issue anya na anu abaya. Kamara nya red card and you so a part of the team to be proud de no ba be gym dala clear sa de ma bi sa wo is that e be ka contract ne kakra dia na nkomodi bi ni nye ya team bi sare so ye mfa ne tranche ma wo su sport for national team aside you know a part of the national team kakra sa de na mo no so no efi bi sa akoso wo
this one is a broad conversation but to cut it short no I think say me thank only the team, but sometimes the different and sometimes say normal because the national team now but the expectations no arise. But these people forget say when we go there we don't go and play matches over there.
Yeah.
Now you conduct you just say you nya call up ako you call any opportunity end that you get that confidence, that exposure. By your back at the expectations now, the supporters and the team know exactly honor. And then they mark this win in the SC. So when you call national team, that's a team anymore. I think we will be a fan normal. Oh, okay. So when you coach play, you could be doing plan. Okay, so you can coach is fan normal because when you call baby, like when you're on national team. Ebia saa time we work out na drive over training na you find normal but so we call Black Stars now ba we drive car over training grounds ah you feel say we call you know what position dey be different na wa ba house.
Oh, okay.
We ban say in the game of football na here born na nkasa na football match no be we get mistake ba ko a we feel like say what for Black Stars about any person for we mistake crowd you go say na say pressure but we say the team ayen there. Meanwhile, when you call Black Stars, even when mistakes are there, people take it normal. The coaching, the supporters, they take it as part of the game. Now call Black Stars, but the expectations now in mind, and they are always back, which we respect that. But they better the match will say like they should try and like say a call Black Stars in the back. Today is the time they you support say, or moment that confident, make courage, you know. So the way you media abua we but so when you come now we mistake back pay na say person want to bench because one case one ma almost so near the off pitch issues inside that the by show meanwhile time when you go maybe that is the same way you are but so me say sir never to get the expectations when you come back from the Black Stars and normal thing you be and we take it in a different way say you are there and I say like in a different way.
Wow, but I was here goalkeeping problem by Black Stars na. You say more seniors or more money ye jumani adia. But I was pay na which you as a local guys no more time na work and as a GD kakra mu form kakra. And I yes anite.
I wouldn't say a goalkeeping department. That is one thing. Number one is number one. And now. Me say amount for if we are calling up a group because I mean call up a Korean, which the offer was already there, Manaf was already there, Atletico was already there. So imagine say these goalkeepers are already there. Nasa Obana Ekase, Oba and Akoda. Because I come my name Razak Abalo Echo Camp and Okoda a game against South Africa. That time they call him. It was an open position because I cannot offer a crap. Now it is only available. So now me Razak Alawa and Martin Walukot also. That time we be under vida. So that time they will train in November. Coach Meka say we can you bet with the local player and Achi. But yes, as they recently activity is keeping, Manaf is keeping. In the any local player and any even any local for any goalkeeper they are any piano. And you have say because of buy an abechi. If say a friendly game, and I have so let's try this local goalkeeper fine. But when say a senior national team no, I think the friendly games nation and also.
Yes.
When it comes to your hands, they are national team. Friendly games in the door so yeah, and they say a quad they can go a local keeper now for anyone what's in a bit or say about Bonnie who's ampa like Ubit say in terms of time necessary when there was a which can you play. So the only say yes a quad to their numbers, but the time and I the quarter is so crucial to the extent the coach be a bit say we will just start you.
But I notice here, I have call Black Stars and about is an enemy being common caneno. And in your home, the various nationality local guys in the Kobaze, or Muba no former echo. The guy team now the call channel. Team now the call channel, Mokoya, Mokoboya, Libya Foni, Remuni, means okay, last channel, a koya. Mobile Krumana Hai near the Adeno. Mokobe guys, and Mubabe do no moon form number from seat, meaning. After the national call, Moko Bibi Munam, then I hear Koso, will be mobile, those on the form, no, Kwane Kofom.
I know what I mean. It goes up to say the music, and I think the confidence is part. because maybe America, no matter as a footballer, the BCBA, sometimes you need a club to help you. Ever some stage B because to say they are happy at the OCCI. You are bought 20 games, but got 12 clean sheets. But if I tell you, Nema, a boy, between the stable, you have no idea. With the help of the coaches and the team pension, because they know say I'm new in the system and everything. So a connection team here by another America, the perception that you pay for that buy on himself what we not pay them, what we not dollars be asked. Because your local team say is Casem and said I need all that good you what banning this cow. This auto at the MON-FRI now we have another perception also adding also go at the MON-FRI visa. It made a big more about when normally yes area you do before put up ahead you obuba you more consistent. Oh, 1 2 now family no what
you are tranching.
But you can say ke banisa e was say if you are background na your money mbo and could you can I don't want to mention even at the Kokaya. We can mention a lot of names. When they Obufi Black Stars not go back to their foreign teams they lose games, they play bad. But yesterday they play.
Yes.
Within by next 3-4 games, then they pick up their form, then no more money. By then they will book a cool now for they are starting to go by instead of saying they pay for best show. No one Casanova side you. Chale yetiasie. The other fine the extra to the Indian say Obufi say you have arrived and I say we work against the team and now could be the other. So many who say yes, but yes, a normal psychology, psychology, a good European or more psychology. A lot of problems. National team or families will be depending on you.
Yeah.
But now you because they are sending per them could you say a blog radio chat. So what's the day? Sign money in say, no to tour. At least you can voice things out. Then you keep your level. So the next year they say they should just talk to the guys when it comes and move to that point.
Mate, every a few months age, I learned 24, 25. Manyani
23.
Yeah. But I see you know so for national under 17, under 20, national under 23, local Black Stars main. Edu baby a event dala trust ya assess ya. They be uncle focus uncle for fire system no nyina a cast omo part of the national team. Ya uncle for company man say can you number 1 cry na and can hardwin. What transnational dream side one. Ya now we disappointed and now we koy anim no still wait me about to take over WWE.
You know, I'm still young so we can carry more years I heard. Me here disappointed. Me who say Muslims we believe so the time this one maybe be a women higher the yes Allah make can say na remember anything they do like they do the Subiano like glory bra if say just 3 months 2 months like it is the show na remember huge.
Oh, okay.
In all my career and I 17 and the AFCON that we played you could do second or AFCON, your World Cup, you finished quarterfinals, which was a good achievement for me. Because that time, the national under 17, I think 2 years no for World Cup, could do quarterfinals. Because you overall just go to play AFCON. Come on, you World Cup, you rank goalkeepers. I was part of the number 3 World Cup under 20 because you overall best goalkeeper. The time winning Cup Ghana. So that is me. I always prepare. Me what have me cry me here Jumano. Me say as a professional. He said that me here unless me do the Black Star squad and one. Me when I'm going to come, my idea me say I can play at any time. It is a me kwa na ikase da lap kwa danya pena mi kushiki. Zungu ania dena wasa me ditembo bia usa ampa like I deserve to be called. So I understand the fans, I understand Ghanaians that the best job is a empire now. When bomber team in the money say always be but appropriate time I think say I will be back in the Black Stars team.
But I was about 3 weeks ago now we're from UK. Felix Amande ye boni dia papa no oba ye on crab mi ade one na ekọ na eba futu bi ni ade ba that visit no na ye dey visit chire mu kakre
we say na me say Ethiopia normally able international break we do local players in the able until we break for 3 weeks so what I own there so I decided many can say my phone you na check out still that na check until I feel like they say the appropriate time meet my baby chiam when I be can area no Ethiopia no what just this as a professional player is so simple so easy and a club amibo one is a big team when you submit your documents I'm going to use it's so simple and easy and I'm saying I'm take that advantage that if I got chairman in the family or the UK
but I was all call you know main call for an amen car we are mushu bibiana model support to the late poly meaning they are what incident nan kasano Senator Ladu Sifa
real because Pole is one guy like not many are very close because of last season now with my captainship no sometimes we do honors of matters now it's interesting now friend we cannot actually say only boys in Kasa and this one guy come a difficult time want to motivate here to be fair than like you know get me aye or I'm saying you have something fan say I tell you recently before say incident or interview or pure
yeah
come I no about shit with and I called him and I'm like this this is the time we hear that support him and no obey players because of that feeling now it will free a bus it will buy and change to say players in let's say it's supposed to be given really say or no tiabonti like bashi pinch bashi a bit higher or obey a bit permanent field change to make a show no matter the receiver no pa when they also to me then motivate supporters no shape players ni kwa you sana yako you to measure o ka bi chire bi tie an papa o ka just agуда wa ka sempa me niaji because akoma no so na na sepa nji me no the relationship was very tight nji that I met say that is happen now so the pa when they are that sometimes never do in a nation share we can't take it from life nji in fact they say yanko on for the price see now on fa Jumapo very was association on fa only head and find
amen now Ethiopia league you know send it here any year you know was oko we me show crowd color sesane ya uze
like
that's a minimum as send it here the bono or the compare here the no was so jomo de na no mo boye so bebe
no meet maka say expect instead of Susa. Now, one thing I want to say, in the league, we have a lot of experienced players.
Oh, okay.
I do say, what to play a friend is Saban Lai either.
A friend is Saban Lai.
That's true.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
The team, the dynamic.
Yes.
He plays in the league. He plays in the league.
That was 2011, 2012 then.
He plays here.
Wow.
Here.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So, Ishmael Ganu, former Sanjikoto, was born over 3 seasons.
Wow.
Habib Mohammed, so maybe both players here. If I'm now, if they are in the Ghana League, they will be prepared to watch.
Yes.
She's Konkoni is here. Michelle Ochi, former of Lagos City, is here.
Wow.
Idris Yaoji, best goalkeeper will be Chim.
Yeah.
Now he plays here. So, okay, players, look at your best players are near Ghana, but lot of them this year. If you have remember the experience wise in Eros.
Oh, okay.
And all the foreign players, they will make sure say we see you France and they were back. Oh, Ghana say Shada extra your door say your bonus and Ethiopian as all of the they like the ball playing aspect in the team the ball. The young start to build up. In America say the plan and the Wahama like a very good man to be shamble on the ball more. When you are confident your ball play with your feet, the confidence. We have good Edwin to floor I think so about the last 6 or 8 years.
Yeah, been to four from
a lot of
yeah.
Yes. So that tells you the experienced players who plays in the league. So when you are playing the league, like experience in the doors into a lot of ball, no, come up.
I think the more league, you know, so the music ball is different from here. A team the moon now kuku stadium back on a mabama na field, no credits out.
No, the reason it's your more say no, so no for this hooliganism, no.
Yes.
Ukwarea na ntokwa. Jomo ya imagine say them say bia yi na say ya Ghana na kewa. We never be say baba yara na ye bono. Every team bia you have to come to Kumasi. So I think that the government they say ama bomda omo yes and them our baba teams miska ombe to media eden. They sponsors and them.
Okay.
Obia the hotel. In ba always be you are in the hotel. We play 2 games. Every day we play 2 games. First area because of flat light, 3 p.m. your first game. So by 5:30 wapo. Now the next match so omo dey atun so. Luminary because of the pitch, you know. Make coverage now so we channel. When quality pitch, good graphics, maybe be am leg na effect. Into DSTV ana obo super matches.
Wow.
That is the reason why. So then papa Emba supporters mean we players, you know, as a whole ball neutral grounds. It will be on that place be a one day now the down. Will be a new and now we home away now be able to see maybe.
But on a banning sikasem na series here. When is all the idea untimenka. Baro check minimum maximum. The all the kaka when he has you been here doing to 4 from Pomo, Habib Mohammed Mo, Ishmael Abdul Ghani, you know, all kaka when you are over Kase. A banning sikasem na the on Jekrano. Enya BS and abuse timiji edu saying.
Yeah, I think the minimum wage. Japan's like minimum wage of $2,000.
Oh, okay.
And a maximum minimum wage more than $5,000.
Ethiopia.
A month, yes.
Wow.
When they sign in for 2 years, and I will sign in for 1 year. This year, Nana, Omo try so back and say, yes, I know I'm signing for 1 year or 2 years. Now, I'm accumulating, so I say they are $1,000 a month, for example, for 12 months near 12,000.
Yeah.
Near about half.
Oh, okay.
$6,000. So could you go ahead, baby, go ahead and move to a bit to the ABB. Now, they're going to fee instead of 1,000, they are to tear about 500 every month to the year.
Wow. Football ni nyina echi no almost andwen mo dache no mo. Tell say they do this say don hear we cry. Abi meaning say more question be about sana.
Na me Musa Guda say officiating. What the Ghana ye ball no wabo. Na o ka ye the clubs kugu one venue say be ya e be two hooliganism as ye say Ghana dey ba ko e dey sa ne ma ne ba e officiating. Team will fear at all costs or say referee boy manu. When you compare Ethiopia born officiating to Ghana here there now, your referees no adwuma ya na.
Oh, no be so no adwuma. Sometimes so the music can be nipa. Obi wa me especially the Ghanaian referees aspect, you can't blame them so much. Obi wa joining them kwa say o kwa we bi na o for yet. But now you will say abiding able to provide security so we lay them the baby the officiating might change. Because when they say so, we born a French now, they have a security or bit my guided in a push you. But I was previously, and this into a more general power.
A large mission.
I was all you getting down and better. You can't blame them so much, maybe a bit soon. But to say, kind of Wahana, okay, Ethiopia refugees now. After we are, this is the above 4 officiating. Emma, baby, refugees no claim had their own part. Terms of officiating, they are the best. They are good. Ni na so na ho they are if you share na amaye wahano. They are how your ball league neutral grounds. To me the thing say ma me no be any problem there. Say be o ye mistake be no be a be incident do and mind ya. Obi a do maybe it's part of those things they mistake once a while be. But obi a say that if you say is want mama ya show maybe. they me for say the Ghanaian refugees and doubts, maybe that are the reasons. Maybe that's how they are person. They say that security area, you didn't reply almost say their things will change.
Yeah, Casa, enti.
In order to win the league this season, Gomu position here, FA Cup, so much I can win him.
Honestly, now I'm so happy because the game no. If you have a team that's players are one or maybe 2 or 3 players or to be goals are leg easy because when you go to the defender now when they say they were before and now we are having in Kotoko now. Last season leg one player should say marking and attic strategization one is a problem about by this year I think say they have solved that problem. So this year, hopefully, meaning say, leg in here is hands down. You better double. And we are supporter now. We are now already that show here. So to now on the.
Always alive about Shite. All about shower how that. I was walk out to a house supporter anyway. Baba shower.
Oh, that you say, honestly.
Yeah.
One thing you can never take from Coach Ogun is about the tactical play.
Oh, okay.
It's a bad game, they say practically. Players' movement. It's in ya. So, I'm going to say, so, when you or power, lay a simple manner. Because the time I look at the players now, they are worn out. And they are on the tactical brace to put on. A leg easy. It is out of this season, a photocopy. So I always add number will be a prediction or Nipabako.
Yeah.
So she did not to Hano, your Podomako show Muchi. You are made a lady. As I was show Mutu to be there.
Message you try to add me macro fans and we all still we need to do Japan and Ghana for you and a half year jack when I call.
Yeah, the little matter in Kupo show also supporters in Ghana for me now because if you're a national team player or has a full career and one will be now support too. So the rate market and people share or more man day, more minute check. Now I saw say a team in the now more ahead or Monco Stadium, no Monco support you guys. No, now in your share, so they are leg in the bed for me a leg in the street my day. I say I could get him and to the slow down and sure not the Omoyano. I don't question that this season there. Fabulous, we be here with the Monco Stadium, no Monco support you guys.
Ade, good you're that's a number. Bibi e be san ba, why?
That's it.
Tiano, Ibrahim Danlad, live on Fakye TV near Cornico Din Common. Ghanaian players abroad now was here corner. You couldn't come. Bibi abo call there.
Oh, Papa, you're
Na near America saying.
Kakaka.
The last league in on Beijing to
Not be flato. What's it? A Diana Tunila, flato gra. Or Tunagum gra.
Ala kakao me remember kra me na nyana ye ko fa asen komo kakao
Has in Komo. No, I coach Watara and has players in a meeting. My Saturday match, any dreams Babono. Or me who meet here say we can't afford to lose this match. So when you place in a meeting, what the name of 2 year team, you say Saturday there, you are going for a win. And the training almost as 4 p.m. Then look as a 5 year has a place in so assign Asia management, you know. And so meeting and no many what are you know. The same meeting no many has management so yeah. Yakupon Yadma Wachana has a big training at Legon Sports Stadium.
Oh, okay.
6 p.m. Wow, 4 lights. Once a match near 6 p.m. Saturday.
Yeah.
And China Omobay training for under floorlight 6 p.m. So the medical at Channel. And then and bonus, you need young apostle. Winning bonus no. And so a Motia, a bitchy. You play a friend 7 appear, sorry. You pray, you ring no. Another Roma was starting training. Come on. Gate fee for Saturday's match as Pro versus Dreams. Popular standing here 30 cities. And a VIP wins in 100 and a VVIP proper no. And so 150. 30, 100, 150.
Wow.
Aye.
Mami news first na ba ku mi ni.
Ba ku mi ru. Mami for free ya semo. MON-FRI Gouroukoum Ka.
Yanko.
Voici Real Madrid, la Liga espagnole, l'amitié de la Sénat de la UK. Mondial, quoi, Mouviela. C'est Champions League, non, pas le me bois. Madrid, né, Arsenal. Voici quoi, la stop. Arsenal.
Oh, alage.
Aucun point de chance, c'est bien café au monde. So go for na fa yi ena mame ko Botugo Express aha o de mame fa no to
Pierre Kona Bediama
Pierre Kona Bediama we la porca voici Real Madrid l'Espagnol bon d'accord Dieu merci Pierre Lemon les trois fédérations population militaire unique question bon voyage de Atletico au Bremois pipa non pa caption ici Atletico Madrid would that one. And we did that to her.
And front page, you know.
A front page, you know.
Okay.
Also, when you be who can as soon as you go. For Cabas, I was Atletico Madrid. Champions League. The Ben and Mutimasha Ramadel.
Alliance of one break
one. Last one, Mammy Fanny, Abri. Was a club de Ghana. Salamité de 11-14 Le Monde. Tu dis quoi? Mouvier d'accord, obligatoire, oblivier. Voici qu'on connaît les mêmes aspects de ce à l'échelle bas. Et mouillé. Maman, quoi qu'il y ait teacher, Master Adams.
Yeah.
On a head teacher, Kinfad Islamic Business School, Kinkesu. Worship program, papa.
Yeah, true.
In a mamchi akwati abisa sumane anayanum ene bisa champion mi che akwati amanyi na am chenge gasuma me das papa
me das ya bi yeko final we ne yeko
ko ye initiative no ho hwe nyina ye che ho nyina
yeko
mama ntia me bra na na sai ba for o asa ja so kore na me ntia ya hwefo enina
we no cha e be ro be ro na yeah justice to ba ya mo che Friday ti player mention beba enti and also be remedy amamo china ti o che special package ba etimi e de mamo ti e mo premier ko ya mo che beba no fara
people here by the china meme de bia meme de
sa people no
was it last week and this week has smooth home
there was ya ko ya mo cha no be 7